It's me and my dick, ho. Hey, Hydra on the beat, ho. Deep throat, any straight nigga swallow seed ropes. Stick a man down, calling as you lands. He can't breathe, bro. Nail a nigga with my cocky, can I walk from deep strokes? How come you ain't a homo ass nigga trying to squeeze cock in? The heteros can hate me, fuck 'em all with no condom. How many cocks am I gonna take? I mean, there's too many options. I'm finna blast the male bodies like cock shotgun.
Alright guys, so we're gonna use the super chat goal for the stream. I want to make it reasonable because I don't want to beg like DSP, so we're doing 50 super chats at a red or higher, so that's $100. The timer will be for 15 minutes. And share how you celebrate. I will ink on stream, so we will be needing about $5,000 in the next 15 minutes. I'll go ahead and get the goal started. Alright, anyone that wants to join, just go ahead and send $100. And then your super chat will count. Again, we only have 15 minutes, so... it's Subject's birthday. Happy birthday, Subject. Hi, Bro Cyrus. How, Green Lobster, Checkmate, Aviga, Cadet, Ed, Forgotten Locale. Just a reminder, it is only a 15-minute timer, so we need $5,000 in that 15 minutes, so... Oh no, if you guys, like, I don't really want to wait until the very end, you know? Like, I want to get it, like, over with now. So we don't have to be thinking about the entire stream. No, we haven't hit the goal yet. Thank you for asking, though. Oh, no, I think the incentive's pretty good, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Hey, Soga. Yeah, we are hot tonight, I can say that for sure. I mean, the day that PWR gets monetization is obviously that'll celebrate for us all. He had a bunch of young dudes in his DMs, slipping into his DMs. It's really just beautiful how people come together like that. I have not had a lot of young hot dudes slip into my DMs, so I don't know what he's doing right there. I'm not. Thank you, Bro Cyrus, yeah. Kind of fucked up how Phil just stabbed me in the tentacle. Hi, interrogation files. Everybody sub to interrogation files if you enjoy interrogation files. Files from interrogations. Emily. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna start Persona 3 tonight. It's gonna be insane, dude. I really don't want to get this started, I'll be honest. The title is called My Take on Why Sony is Raising the Price of the PS5. Isn't it incredible that the very last person like on YouTube that you want talking about like business is the guy with the business degree? DSP was valedictorian of his high school, went on and got a business degree. And you see a title like My Take on Why Sony is Raising the Price of the PS5, and you're like, this fucking sucks, I don't want to hear this. This is gonna be horrible. Yeah, I heard this is a great one. That's why I decided to come on before I go to bed. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop the music really quick, because... let's see. Has it said how much time has elapsed? Yeah, so we actually only have 9 minutes left to hit the goal of $5,000 for the super chat goal. Again, we need, how many was it? 50 super chats of $100 or higher. No one has donated yet. I'm not really sure why. I really just want to get it over with so we can just enjoy the pre-stream and everything. All right, well. I guess if nobody's gonna donate, I guess we can just get started with the pre-stream podcast, or it's not even called the pre-stream podcast, the level 1 podcast now. Hey, frankly, do Mario coins count? I don't see why not. Look, guys, I just want to drink the pickle juice. Thank you, Kinda Sav, for the 200 pennies from a third world country. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, that is not enough to help us get to the goal. You need to send us, what, no, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000? Is it 100,000, possibly. 10,000. You need to send a lot more pennies than that. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show and welcome to the beginning of a hot week. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually going to be a little bit...
I don't lift a finger till I see shaking, bouncing squid ass. Well, exactly. That's why you need to pay for it. You don't get that for free. Thank you, Subject, for the $2 super chat. It is an anthropomorphic pear who's wearing some kind of athletic headband. He also has his stem attached, so he is intact. And it says cool above him. Thank you very much, Subject. I appreciate that.
Warm here this week. And gentlemen, it's actually going to be a a little bit warm here this week in Washington.
It's a hot
means
week.
You're going to see me likely in summertime garb all week long. But we're going to stay cool.
We're hot to wait.
Because today on the show, we've got a few interesting topics. First of all, we're going to follow up on Atomfall and how close I actually am to the end.
I do like pairs mainly because of the char. They're like Chari and Tangy.
But in addition to that, we've got all kinds of stuff going on.
That's why they're one of my favorite
realm
fruits.
Of gaming. First of all, yesterday's coverage of Marathon here on the show did pretty good, and the highlights doing well. Thanks to those who've watched it, I'd like to talk a little bit about the success of the highlights that I've been working on this year and what you can expect in the
Seal, I don't know why you're saying that when we have absolute proof. Let me see. Blooper. Or I can't type. World Order Cats Bush. All right, so this is for the idiot trolls that think that Phil and Kat don't have a vigorous sex life.
Third out of the third says, do you like to land face first in bushes? Depends. It depends on if it's... I'm not going to say that. There's only one bush I would land in currently, that's for sure. There's only one bush I would land in because I'm a faithful guy. Let's put it that way.
There you go. So you are felted. You look like an idiot in front of everyone for saying that Phil does not please his wife 24/7.
In the future. But in addition, the PlayStation 5 is getting a giant price increase around the world.
I mean, not in America.
Talking about it.
Why does Phil care? It's not in America. Phil doesn't care about anything that doesn't...
Consoles got older, the price went down.
That doesn't happen to him. That doesn't affect him.
Well,
why does he care all of a sudden?
A good amount of stuff to talk about
Phil
on today's
cares
show,
so much about how much people in New Zealand are spending.
Refreshing, very hydrating episode of the Level 1 podcast.
Phil's really worried about river rejection. Wants to make sure he's not spending too much. Hey, Shatter. What a great song, dude. This is definitely not AI junk. Shatter, what do you mean, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. You can tell how much effort was put into this theme song.
Who turned out the lights? Good morning, everyone. How you doing? First off, before we get started, I need to ask the live audience, does the microphone sound good? And the reason...
The only thing that clip proves is Cat doesn't shave. Yeah.
I ask you this.
You're right.
Once again, more tech issues, although this one's a minor one.
Yeah, why is Phil complaining about the price? Don't people usually just get the PS5 donated them? And like the Switch and everything? Why I really don't understand why the Switch 2 like price is a debacle. You should just ask your stream audience. I don't really understand.
So here's what happened last night. Right before I started my late stream last night, which was Disco Elysium, I hit start streaming on OBS, and I got a pop-up error claiming that I had too many capture sessions going, and because of that, it couldn't start. Please close different capture sessions. And I was like, what?
I have a feeling this has to do with him never turning off his PC.
Is that perhaps over time, some of these processes don't
why don't you just
properly.
turn off your fucking PC at night?
OBS, but I've also been doing a lot of editing in DaVinci Resolve with both videos and thumbnails.
Oh, you're not timed out, trash
And
man.
I don't know if any of those affect anything. I'm not a technical guy in this regard, okay? But basically...
Maybe you should just turn off your PC every now and then.
Stream. What? So basically I said, let me restart my computer. So I did, and when I restarted it, everything worked fine. Oh, great, right? But then I didn't realize it. All of my mic settings had reset. And so if you remember a few weeks ago, I think I want to say it was like in early April or maybe even late March, I tweaked the mic a little bit to sound a little different. I wanted it to have a darker tone. Because previously it was way too like bitingly high pitched, and I wanted it to sound
light side, Phil.
I just actually made it even darker right now.
Oh,
I wanted it to sound deeper, have more bass.
You hear how dark that got? Let's listen.
Tone. Because previously it was way too like bitingly high pitched, and I wanted it to sound. Oh, I just.
Whoa! You guys hear that? It got so dark. Holy shit!
Made it even darker right now.
That was scary how
deeper,
dark it
have
got.
More bass in my voice.
I'm scared, dude.
I don't know if the gain has been affected at all, because I don't remember what level the gain was at. So it might be a little too loud. In fact, I'm looking right now and it looks like I'm jumping into the red
Oh,
as I
no,
talk.
no.
And I think that's too much. So maybe I'm going to reduce the gain slightly here. It's at 25.
He spent like an entire stream doing a tech support session where he changed everything on his microphone settings. He reset his computer, which he never does. It's all reset now, and now he has to have another tech support session.
Decibels. Why don't we bring it down to, say, 22, 22 and a half? At 22 and a half, it looks a little better. It looks like it's not going into the red as much. Yeah, and I apologize because here's the thing. We tweaked it earlier this month, and I didn't save it. It's my fault. Once you tweak microphone settings with this Shure mic, you can then save that, and then, you don't have to keep redoing it, but it's my fault.
Why does his eyes always get like
save that.
Why does he look so fucking bewildered? I can't say that word right now. Dude, does he have his Minecraft toys in the back? Oh my god. He has his Minecraft toys in the back. Oh, wait, he has the pickaxe too. What's going on? I thought this dude hated Minecraft.
And then, you don't have to keep redoing it, but it's my fault I didn't do that. Here, you know what? We'll go down one more like this. All right, I went down to 21 decibel boost for the microphone, and now it doesn't appear to be going into the red at all, maybe every so slightly, but it looks like it's been lowered, and I'm going to save it now.
Oh my god, and he has a Minecraft guy dude, the zombie thing or whatever in his what are they called? Div room? His little pixel art thing. So we've got a 43-year-old man here. On the left, we have a Minecraft Lego set. Right next to it, we have 3 Minecraft toys from a Happy Meal. And then we have pixel art of a Minecraft monster. All from a guy that doesn't like Minecraft. And he hasn't played in like 4 years, by the way. Yeah, the creeper. There you go.
Excuse me. So hopefully this sounds good to you guys. If you think that there's an issue, if it sounds too loud or, too bassy, too shrill, whatever, let me know and we can adjust it on the fly. All right? It's my fault. Didn't save it. Oops, lost the settings. Trying to get them back, but I'm sure.
Unfortunately, so I don't really know how to read this, but it says goal ended. Timer ended before reaching the goal. So it looks like we didn't get $5,000 worth of super chats. Okay, whatever. I don't
we'll get them back.
Understand what the fuck you guys want. Time pisses me off that I'm here.
This week,
working my ass off.
It's actually going to be pretty hot in Washington. What I mean by that is it's going to be like high 60s, low 70s every day and full sun. And that's really where the issue lies. As I've told you guys, my studio / office,
it's facing the sun,
is sitting at the eastern part of my house.
It's facing starboard.
So as the sun rises more and more during the afternoon, the sun beats on this side of the house and warms up this room by about 20 to 25 degrees. No exaggeration. Because of that, it gets very hot in here on any day where it's like 60 to 70 degrees or higher and sun. I did not install my air conditioner yet, and it looks like this weekend it's going back down to the 50s and rain. So I don't want to install it yet. Yeah, so this week you're going to see me in summertime attire, even though it's still early spring. Just to warn you, if you're wondering why is Phil wearing all these shirts and everything, that's why.
Has anybody ever wondered why Phil's wearing shirts? What else does he wear? What does he mean by summertime attire? He's wearing the same thing every time. He wears those gay-ass little, like, button-up shirts.
And likely if it cools down, then we'll go back to, more like, longer sleeve attire later on. But if it seems to stick around this temperature,
no one noticed.
Then very much next week, I may actually install my air conditioner. In which case, then I'll keep wearing this kind of stuff endlessly all the way through the fall. Okay.
What a great
let's
update.
See what happens, because I know there's always this trend.
Not only do you come to the streaming boardroom meeting, you also get like an office decor meeting. You get like a wardrobe meeting. You know when he's putting in his air conditioner. He gives you his thought process behind when and how he's going to put up his air conditioner, and about the upcoming weather in a place that you do not live and you probably will never be anytime in your entire life.
transition
cool.
between the seasons. People are like, oh, he's changing his attire or whatever. Well, yeah, but it may not be permanent. All right, we'll have to see what happens over
Just
the
go
course
back
of
to
this
wearing
week.
the fucking Zelda shirts,
But I'm excited.
dude.
Like I said, I bought a whole new wardrobe. So I have like 5 or 6 new shirts plus all the shirts from last year. I actually have new shorts as well. Not that you see the shorts on screen or anything, but
Yeah, like, thank God for that.
I'm ready for the season. I even bought shorter socks. Look.
Dude, what? Yeah, guess what? I'm wearing shorter socks today too. I've been wearing longer socks. I'm wearing shorter socks today too. And unfortunately, I'm an idiot. I didn't know you guys wanted to know that, so I didn't tell anyone. I'm sorry about that.
Bought shorter socks. The other ones were going up to my ankle. These are just like what do they call them? Ankle socks or whatever, or heel socks. I don't know what they're called. So yeah, I am ready for warmer weather. I'm geared up. Alrighty then, very excited.
No one does this via VLX.
All right, so
yeah, describe the fit in detail.
Let's talk. We got a lot of topics to cover today, but it shouldn't be too long of a thing. We're going to have definitely some Q&A and chill vibes today. All right. First off, let's talk about yesterday quickly, okay? So, Atomfall. I don't know if this is true or not because I don't spoil myself on games that I play. But
Amber Lynn had an OnlyFans
like
arc.
We can maybe
she never posted though.
This week.
She just opened up
the thing with
account.
Atomfall that makes it very different than, say, like Fallout or something like that, is that there is a definitive quest line that you need to complete to beat the game. All it really is you need to gather batteries throughout the game, and you get batteries from various sources. You can kill robots. You can just find them in the environment. You can get them as quest rewards. Then you need to find entrances to the interchange, which is basically the big bunker. And as you find different entrances to the interchange, you access different wings. There's Alpha, Bravo, Delta, and there's another one it's like 4 of them, 4 different wings, okay? And each one has its own unique twist. One is like full of the infected ferals. One is electrocuted, stuff like that. One has a bunch of robots. And as you go in them, you power them up with these batteries, and then it links you back to all the other parts of the interchange, so you now have access to kind of go.
I am super wet. Thank you, Matt Bear, for the super chat. Oilers gonna blow 6 playoffs in a row. There's somebody in here that I feel like you're trying to troll with that, but we can both bond over the fact that it's not us. Fuck the Oilers. Am I right, guys? Thank you, Matt Bear, for the super chat
from this underground area. The thing is, the game never really explains much of this. So you don't actually know what you're supposed to be doing. And a lot of the time that I've been playing this game, I kind of wandered around.
Well, it's never too late, Cadet.
Not understanding what was going on. And I'm doing this giant quest with the druids and stuff. And I'm like, is this part of the main story? I don't even know. I'm getting confused about it. And really, that's how Atomfall kind of differs.
Exactly
from
what he would say.
An Elder Scrolls game. You just kind of wander everywhere. You find stuff for yourself. Sometimes you'll get a quest, and you don't know if that quest is important or not. Is this a side quest? Is this the main quest? Will this lead to it? And the game also has many different branches and ways that you can complete things. Like, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, I was in the robotics wing of the interchange, and it said you can't complete this until you get a signal rerouter, I think it was called, or signal redirector, something like that, okay? Well, how do I get it? Well, they give
pretty obvious that Sav is just trying to milk me. Just try and get me to Canada, use my ink, pretend it's oil, sell it to all the oil bros up there.
Give you a clue.
Very obvious.
So you go after the clue.
Don't think I haven't caught on yet.
And as you go to the clue, oh, that's not it. You have to go talk to someone else. So you talk to someone else. Oh, you got to talk to this person. Finally, when you find a person who knows something, they say, well, there's like 3 different ways you can get this thing. The military has one. There's one in a prison, but also I have a clue about this other one. So now it's like, what do I do? And that's really, I think, what Atomfall was trying to do is make it the ultimate open world, play as you want.
You're milking
make choices and play it differently if you play it another time. Like this time, I went after this thing and I ended up finding out it was in a bunker. Went to one bunker, it wasn't there, but the key to it was in another bunker. So I went to the other bunker, fought the guys in there, opened it, finally got it. Then I was able to go back to the interchange. Or I could have broken into the prison, freed a bunch of prisoners, and one of the prisons actually knows where it is, and then you could go get it that way. So there's different ways to do it. Okay? And so now
I'm fucking pissed off. In my head right now, over and over, I'm hearing, the king is back. Ah, that's horrible. I need to get some Persona music in my head. I have played. This is the first time ever I have booted up Persona 3 Reload. I did play Fez a couple of years ago, like 4 years ago or something. I have not played Reload yet. So let's see how
Your
let's see
mic
how
is
it goes.
cutting out. Is the mic cutting out? What are you guys saying? The mic is having issues? Or are you guys all full of crap? Because a lot of people on Kick are always full of crap. And if they're full of crap,
Yeah,
we're
no
just gonna
wonder
ban them right now.
Raphael
How does
doesn't let that shit
the
play.
mic sound, everybody?
Oh my god.
You better be truthful or else you're gonna get the boot.
Uh-oh. PWR could use this.
Sounds fine, they're full of shit.
Yesterday there were a bunch of trolls in the chat. It was like, hey, is the game is like blaring over him. He's like, hey, can you guys, how's the volume? Everyone's like, hey, we can't hear the game. Like your voice is overpowering the game. He's like, okay, and he just turns it up like 10 knots.
Shit. Okay, I thought so. A bunch of fucking assholes over there. Okay, as long as you guys say it's good, that's all I care
Well,
about.
fucking ban
right.
them if I had the chance.
So I think that's what they wanted to do with the game. But because of that, I've been playing this game for like 12, 13 hours.
You know the answer,
and
so I
I
don't
feel
even
like
know why you
half
come
the
in
time I
asking
wasted
shit like
because I didn't
that.
know what I was doing. You know, I didn't know where to go or what to do, what quest lines were important. I really feel like the entire time I was with the druids, I might have been wasting my time. But maybe not.
I hate wasting my time with the druids.
I don't know. Okay? It's weird because sometimes it'll be like, oh, you have to complete this insanely long quest line to find out how to make an item that you need. But then later on, if you're in another area, you just find the blueprint to make the item randomly anyway. So why did I do a 4-hour quest line to get it, right? So anyway, here's the deal. As of yesterday, I have opened up all 4 parts of the interchange. They're all connected now, okay? We went back to robotics, and we're apparently at the end of the robotics area. I don't know what's at the end of it. I do know that there's a medical wing, and we haven't gone to the medical wing yet, but we'll be able to now because we've opened up and enabled everything. So we could do that. But then after that, I think all that's left is you go to Oberon, which seems to be the end game of the
super
game,
things?
because this is the mystical thing that apparently caused this area to be all weird, to have all these weird radioactive things going on, these creatures being mutated, people turning into ferals or whatever. Whatever it is, it's in Oberon. And I guess you go down there and you make your choices, and that's end game stuff or the end of the game. So
look, it's
next
all the
time
guys I
play,
haven't
which
seen
is, I
in several
believe,
years.
On Wednesday, we may actually beat it. If that's the case, but I don't know because I don't spoil myself. So I don't know if we're at the end of it or not. If we are at the end of it, I guess that's great. But obviously I'd like to know from you guys, without spoiling, are we near the end of the game or not?
Let me know if the game music's too loud.
Can we beat it this week? Maybe we need another stream next week or another couple streams. I don't know. But I would sure like some guidance because I want to space out streams and figure out what we're doing. I also don't want to bite off too much at once because then I'm playing too many games, right? So if anyone knows, please let me know how close I am to the end of Atomfall. But we did a good job yesterday. Good amount of story progress, and I feel like
frankly, well, you're right. I should have done that.
If not this week. So
next time I turn it on, I'll have to
Disco Elysium last night.
I'll have to enjoy it without a
Allow me to be very transparent about Disco Elysium. Okay, it's an incredibly unique game.
What it feels
It's
intro
not like
is this
any other
good.
game I've played before.
Is it echoing? Oh, hold on.
Wordy, tons of dialogue, ridiculous amounts of supplementary content and world building that quite honestly doesn't seem to really be that important in the scheme of things in the game. But they put a lot of time and effort into building this world and making it feel real with the amounts of backstory and dialogue and supplementary stuff that it has and the themes that it tackles. You know, like you.
All right, give me 1 second. Application audio. Brave. My take on why Sony is raising prices. There we go. Application. All right, turn off desktop audio. And let's see. Okay, there should be no more doubling. Wait. Oh, there we go. Video capture device. Okay, there should be no more doubling. There you go. Thank you for the heads up. Let's see. Can we hear Phil?
Versus corporations or
yep, Phil.
race
Phil should be coming through. There should be no
like
more.
It's crazy because I've never seen these
no
happen
more
in a game
doubling.
before.
Let me know
But
if
they
there's
all
any
do it in the universe
any
of the
problem.
game, so that way you can't really be
Cool.
offended.
Thank you, Frank.
It's not trying to say one way or the other that one thing is good and one thing is bad. It's trying to make you see like if you takes these ideas, and you
obviously you
got
to change the voice language.
It can be. So in that regard, I like the game, and I like the uniqueness of the RPG elements, leveling up and doing challenges with checks and dice rolls. It's just a unique combination of a lot of interesting things.
Would you punch baby DSP proudly?
But this playthrough is the least watched.
If I had the opportunity to go back in history and do something, I would not find baby Hitler. I would not find baby Stalin. I would not find baby Mao. I would not find anybody other than I would find Phil at that one tournament with Jaha. I would go up to Jaha. I would say, hey, dude, you gotta beat this guy's ass. If you beat this guy's ass, like the whole world's gonna change. And like his life will be better. And so will everyone around him. And then Jaha would beat his ass, and then we would all be good. So there you go. That's what I would do if I had a time machine with a one-time use.
Thing that I have done ever on YouTube. That is not an exaggeration. That is a fact. To give you some examples of what I'm talking about. So last night I streamed.
Exactly, set phasers.
We had barely 100 viewers on YouTube. We only had 30-some viewers on Kick. I didn't even have 150 total viewers watching me play Disco
Elysium. Idiot.
That's the least watched stream I've ever done.
He always acts like it's about engagement. It's literally about money, and if nothing else, the Disco Elysium playthrough proves it. We all knew it. We needed nothing to prove it. But yeah, this proves it. He is going to keep on playing the game because somebody comes in at the very end and tips exactly the amount to get him to $150. It's not about engagement. It's not about what people like. It's literally all about money.
In addition, taking a look at, the actual gameplay videos that I put out of Disco Elysium. Okay? One video right now only has 140 views. And the other has 227 within over 12 hours of them being live. That's insanely low.
That's insanely awesome.
In addition to that,
60 views.
Disco Elysium is giving me all kinds of problems with processing and the videos being able to be.
Speaking of a downfall, you want to see something crazy? I'm not sure. I'm not going to be able to see my screen. But the Talk to a podcast left with 719 views. You should be able to see it. 719 views. Comes back for season 2 after the whole scandal with KSI, which I have no idea who that is, but apparently that's like the boxer, like UK influencer who is he like the biggest streamer, like or something? He's like a huge streamer. 51K views. Whoa, buddy. 719K, and then oh, by the way, do not pay attention to how I've watched every single second of all of these. I've watched every Talk to a podcast.
Watched, and also the monetization of the video. Like everything about this playthrough is just not very popular and giving me problems. Every video is either claimed by a third party, so I can't monetize it at all, or it is basically being like.
If I would have remembered the red bar would have been there, I would not have gone there.
So even maybe the $1 I'll make on the video, I'm not making, or half of that is going to somebody else. All right. Now, FYI, I'm about a third into the game.
Squid to ink on that thing. I agree.
Which is around 12 hours of gameplay. And we're about a third into the game from what I'm to understand. People are saying the game is 30 to 40 hours long, depending on, how you go about it, how much side content you do, etc. The thing is, when I stream it, there is an audience
we're in the dark
for
hour,
it.
baby.
It's just very small. All right? And that audience is appreciative that I'm playing it. I get comments on the videos every time saying, hey, thanks for playing it. We like that you're playing something completely different and outside of your normal comfort zone. It's not like an action game or something that you typically do. So that's cool that at least it seems like it's a different genre, a different thing that I normally wouldn't do, and people are liking it. And quite frankly, the game gets support on stream.
By one
Every time we've
dude.
streamed this game 5 times so
Literally
far, I've
one
hit
dude.
my support goal.
What's a
Now,
top tip every
usually
time?
It's one
Huh?
or two people
Yeah, there you go.
who come in and do a ginormous contribution. Like last night, we were more than halfway into the stream.
No one, Dean.
And we only
Literally
had like
just
$30 of
DSP.
support, and then someone did like a $120 tip, and
This
we
is a
hit the
fucking
goal.
board meeting.
I'm not complaining.
I know I'm not the first one to
but
say that. I know that's like the
point
meme,
I
but
wanna
it
make
literally
here
is.
This playthrough
We're having
is
a board
literally
meeting every morning with
the
this
least
dude.
interested that I've had in any playthrough I've ever done. It just doesn't seem like many people really care about Disco Elysium, at least today. I mean, maybe when it was new in 2019, but it is 2025.
Why'd you
So
wait
maybe
so long
that's
then?
what it is I'm too late to the game. And I'll be honest, I do prefer to play games for more people that are going to watch. I'm not saying I need to play for thousands and thousands of people every time, but let me put it this way. The reason that I'm successful
Oh, I can run.
is
Look at
because
that.
I'm a
fast as
variety
fuck.
streamer and creator that plays a differing style of game
Variety
pretty much every
streamer.
stream, right? All these genres are being hit, and therefore, you can come back and watch me play games every day and watch something completely different, and there's something for everyone. Today, I'm playing Blueprints, a puzzle game. Tonight, I'm playing Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, a hybrid action RPG. Tomorrow, I'm playing Minecraft and Black Ops 6. Do you see my point? 4 completely different genres.
What is he gonna do without gaming? This probably just talk about money every day. What if, you know how meta this would be, and actually I could actually see it happening, that his entire content just becomes the boardroom meetings. So he's talking about how he needs to make money for asking for money. You know what I mean? Like he just turns into like a talk show situation, but the talk show like just devolves into Q&A and then him asking for money. I can see that happening.
Of game within 2 days. That's why I'm still here after 17 years, because even if there's something that's not so popular or not working as well, I always have something
not
else
want more
right around the
politics.
corner that people are looking forward to.
This dude, oh my, he was still bragging about his how great his race, or what was it, his food bank take was. That was amazing. He told the food bank that beggars can't be choosers. This guy, the guy that's having a boardroom meeting with all his supporters, he said that the food bank shouldn't be begging, and that's literally because they said, hey, during the holidays we get way more support than we do any other time of the year, and everyone's giving us turkey, which is great because obviously, you know, that's cool, but we stock up for the entire year. So if you know, can give more than, you know, just the standard holiday meal, we will be giving it out the rest of the year. Thank you. And then Phil took that to mean, if you take in turkey, they're gonna slap that shit out of your face and then call you a fucking idiot. It was amazing, and he thinks it was a good take.
I don't have the same exact people watching me every day. That's very true, because people are like, how can this guy make a living when he streams to an audience of only a few hundred people every time he streams? Because it's not the same people.
Yes, it is.
People who are here today might
It's
not
one
be here
dude in a
tomorrow,
bunch
might
of
not be
socks.
here Thursday. I got an audience for a podcast that may not be the audience for the gameplay. I got an audience for my wrestling
Dude, it's
commentary
literally
show that may
one
not be
dude.
the audience that tunes in when I'm
He's
building
under a bunch of
Legos.
socks.
Get it? That's the difference. So because of that, even though at any given moment I don't have that many people watching, the good news is there's enough people overall to support me and allow me to make a good living doing what I love. That's the formula that works. In the case of Disco Elysium, this is a game that very few people are caring about. Almost no views on the playthrough. And in addition to that, no one's showing up for the stream.
Okay, you know what? Either play it or don't. There you go. That's my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Either play the fucking game or don't play it. Why do you have to? What's with all this?
But for some bizarre reason, whenever I stream it, some 1 or 2 people come and support it, and I hit my goals. So Is that enough to justify me to continue to play it? And it's a good question. Here's the thing.
Does anyone know if this is the Japanese style, like the original game? It doesn't say like first or last name. Am I putting first name first?
I'm liking the game. Okay, I am. I'm enjoying it because it's so unique and different. But I'm going to be very honest here. This is not a kind of game that I can play more than like once a week. With so little views, if I play this more than once a week, what would happen is...
There we go. What about that? Phil Brunel. Usually Phil's the one that has no creativity and only uses his own name in the game. Now I can be the guy. I could use his name too.
Same thing that happened to me when I was
Phil
playing
Brunel, did I spell that
Baldur's
correctly?
Gate
Yeah,
3.
of course.
If you don't remember, when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, it started off with all this hype because it's a genre of game Phil doesn't usually play, and it was the game of the year. And then within about 3 weeks of me playing it, no one cared. The streams were dead. We only had like 100, 200 people watching, but people would show up to the streams and support them. So I would have good support, but no one cared. And what happened was on this channel,
I don't think anyone cares now.
overall
Just being honest.
viewership dipped dramatically. For 3 months, my views were way down. My engagement on all my content was way down. And it actually legit hurt the channel. When my views and engagement dip, it means that the channel won't show up in the algorithm, won't be recommended. Even to people who are like subscribed to me, it means that you see the channel less. And a lot of people at that point were like, well, since he's playing so much of this, I'm going to come back when he's done with this game. And it took me over 3 months to beat it, you see? So it really turned off a lot of people. That's why with Disco Elysium, you've noticed I'm not playing it a lot. If there's such a small group of people who are interested, I can't play it nonstop. So I hope that it's okay that I'm only playing it once a week. In addition to that, it may actually be the actual reason why it gets the support it does. Because think of it this way. If only 1 or 2 people are actually supporting Disco Elysium, do you think they would be able to afford that if I played it 2-3 times a week? I mean, that's, you know, trying to raise $150 a stream.
What?
You really think that they probably have $450 to dish out?
Do they have $100 every week? What is this?
Oh, every week? Or if I play it once a week, and they only have to support 1 stream.
By giving you $100?
Doesn't that make it a lot?
Look at that face. He thinks this makes so much sense.
They only have to support 1 stream.
That's the face of a guy telling you that, yeah, these guys might not be able to give me $400 a week, but they can give me $100 a week. That's a face. That's the face that guy makes after he tells you that.
Doesn't that make it a lot easier on them, right? So, there you have it. I think that maybe going ahead and playing it once a week has been working, but we just have to understand that this game is not going to be played very often. It's going to take me
Well, frankly, I'm trying to make I was trying to make a poll on here, but I can't.
very long time to beat it. For example, I've done...
I was gonna ask, are you guys more of a Mitsuru girl or, what do you call it? Yukari.
on 5 streams of it within about a month, okay? And we're a third in. That means I would continue to play it throughout April, May, and likely into June before we get to beat it. And you have to be okay with that. And I hope that you are, all right? And the other thing is, if, for example, all of a sudden it just stops getting support, can I have a stream where it's going to have nothing, no one showing up, and no one's going to support it? This is a business as well as a hobby. Yes, I'm a lifetime gamer, lifelong gamer, and I love sharing my passion for games with the internet. I surely do. But it's also...
I absolutely love the passion he shows for video games. Did we, hold on. I just love his passion for video games so much. I just want to show it to everyone.
Fuck it. That much. Indeed.
I hear you, Jade. It's all good, man. I'm happy you come by for the games that you
No.
do ones soon. Oh.
Masaru. With people. We've got Krug. Side. We know something.
Is this the girls' door?
I guess he had this
そういうわ
nerve
けじゃないですけど、なんていうか。
It's a little-
I'm gonna stop once he says something.
Fired it on.
Okay, it has to be an actual word.
That's all.
Or move on once he says an actual word.
Talking about the chef guy.
Oh, okay. There you go. We can move on now. Anyways, that's what did he just say? Let's see.
Business as well as a hobby. Yes, I'm a lifetime gamer, lifelong gamer, and I love sharing my passion for games with the
There
internet.
you go. That
I
was the passion that we just saw.
But it's also the way that I make a living and support my family. It's pretty dumb if I'm going to be playing a game on stream and dedicating time to entire streams that no one is showing up for, watching, or supporting. I could just play the game offline in my own time then, correct? So that's why I have to make these smart decisions. And I hope you understand that. Some people don't and actually say really dumb things like, oh, so it's not about his
Yeah, imagine being assigned to the girls' dorm. That'd be sick, dude.
passion for games anymore. Do you open a restaurant because you have passion for food?
Oh my
Or do
God.
you open a restaurant to make money to support your family and run a business, or both? The answer should be both.
Oh my God.
But that's why you have to make those tough decisions sometimes, right? Perhaps you really like making pizzas, but no one cares about your pizza. All
No,
they
this is
want
not a
is
princess
sandwich.
game.
So then you have to make
Forgotten
sandwiches
locale.
because that's
This
what
is-
people want.
This is a game for hardcore gamers that want to test their skills and don't put up with like baby crap. Don't want to no princesses here, dude.
Even if your passion is pizzas. Get it? The same thing here. Just because I like Disco Elysium doesn't mean that the audience cares for it, and I have to make tough decisions sometimes, right? So, let's see how things
Well, I'm
go.
not fucking.
For
I don't know
now,
if you fuck anybody's mom in
I
here,
plan
gamer
to
face
keep Disco
gaming.
Elysium in the rotation, playing it about once a week, seeing how it goes, and as long as people do still show up to watch and we get some support and hit goals, then I'm going to keep it in the rotation. But if all of a sudden there's a giant drop off and no one's showing up and it doesn't get support, I got to get rid of it. And I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I'm telling you up front, it's literally the least watched thing I've ever done in
How-
my absolute
Have I been pausing a lot, or has he just been talking about this for like 15 minutes?
history. You understand that? It is. So there you have it. Okay. All right. So yesterday was a great day, and by the way, we hit both support goals yesterday. So now we're at 8 straight streams of hitting my goals, and we are at
So you're not going to Evo.
17.
You're too broke to go. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a bunch of my disciples hold you down. Right? We're gonna force you to get on your motherfucking knees. While I pull out my motherfucking BBC. Stroke dick right in front of your motherfucking face. While watching X videos. As soon as I'm ready to bust. You're gonna have no choice but to open wide, because I'm gonna have my disciples pry open your motherfucking jaw, pry open your mouth, while you ejaculate hot black sperm down your throat, and you're forced to drink it, motherfucker. Then you're gonna wash it down with some motherfucking vodka. On top of that, you're gonna wash it down with Hennessy, bitch.
Yeah. What's the one that's like Oh wait, is that my stream? That's like hold on, maybe I can make a. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Engage with my audience. Start a poll. Who Yukari how do you spell the other one? Mitsuru? Mitsuru. Okay. There we go. Well, what's the one called where it's like animated and it has the gold cloaks and everything? Like the best one. LTG gold cloaks? Is that what they're even called? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go.
Shut your faggot ass up, you faggot ass nigga. Shut your faggot ass up. Fucking faggot ass obsessed nigga. How about I take my motherfucking goddamn covenant, chase you down in the middle of the motherfucking snow? You're running. You see a bunch of us in black cloaks running towards you. See me in a gold cloak. Big, tall, muscular, evil-ass motherfucker running at you. First, I start off like this, because I don't need my full speed to catch you. Then I see you start to speed up. Then I start speeding. Then I just go, and I just sick my whole covenant, and they're just chasing you, running at you like wolves in black capes. They tackle you.
Dude, the animator of this is a genius.
Bro,
then it gets extremely gay. It gets extremely gay here. Oh.
Grab you. I call over rocks, signal them.
Come on, Rocks.
Rocks come from behind you. I have all my covenant cloaks, ripping off your clothes, your ass naked to snow, stuck. Like this. Just stuck, and they'll hold you there. You're stuck. So I'm like, Rocks. I make
Come on,
snap.
Rocks.
Rocks rips off his clothing,
Oh.
flops out his BBC Junior.
Oh, Rocks got
On the
BBC
fucking
Junior
right
too.
ass cheek on the left. While all my covenant cloaks hold you down, and he just forcefully bumps you and chokes you. And just, and you're like, and he just chokes you, busting you, and just humiliate you. And I command my whole cloaks to stand around you.
And just
And
ejaculate.
bust nuts all over your frozen body. While we force you to lay there and freeze in the snow, bitch ass nigga, suck my
Dude,
dick.
I forget the cat being there the whole time. When it's not the animated version, he just jumps on his bed and starts like fucking his bed, and the cat's just there the entire time. The cat doesn't move. The cat's like, dude, what the fuck? Are you okay, dude?
Thank you for that 14 measly dollars too, faggot. It's in the snow, bitch ass nigga. All over your
The cat
frozen
reveal is
body.
so good.
While we force you to lay there and freeze in the snow, bitch ass nigga, suck my dick. Thank you for that 14 measly dollars too, faggot.
This video was, is this like a re-upload? I don't think this is what it was called when I watched it. It's 3 years old, so maybe it was. A low-tier god chases you in the snow with the covenant. There you go.
Out of 20 goals hit. Only 3 goals needed, and then it's time for DSP Tries It, Popeye's Pickle Menu.
Oh man. Do we have the energy for the other one? What's it called?
The pickle glazed
Where him and Rocks take you to the top of like a mountain and they throw you off.
chicken
But like
sandwich,
you also get
the pickle lemonade,
butt fucked
and I'm also going
during
to
it.
order an order of their new wings because I haven't tried them yet. They've had them for a few months, and I
Oh, is it LTG tells you a bedtime story? Okay. No, I don't think this is the one I was thinking of. Let's see.
All right, let me give you a quick one. What's up off the display?
We can watch this one later. But I just want to... Oh, The Greatest Chase. That's what this one was called. The Greatest Chase is what I was looking for. Yeah, there's this one, him and Rocks, and he has a Saturn stick. Yeah, is it the Summer Ant one? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna take more than 1 more minute. Is this it? I don't think this is it, but this is funny.
You are a worthless bitch ass nigga. Your life literally is as valuable as
No, this is good anyways.
I'm just gonna stump you. You're gonna keep coming
Hey,
back.
Stokes.
I'm gonna seal up all my cracks. You're gonna
keep coming back.
Why? Because you keep
smelling the syrup.
You worthless bitch ass nigga. You're gonna stay on my dick until you die. You serve no purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be in my stream sucking on my dick daily.
Your purpose is to be in my stream sucking my dick daily.
Your purpose in life is to be in that chat blowing a dick daily.
The editing.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble.
This
What are
blue
you
trap
here for?
bubble.
To worship me? Kill yourself. I mean that with 100%. With
1,000%. kill yourself.
I've never seen somebody so worthless in my life. I dead ass have not seen such a more worthless nigga in my life. If he has kids, oh my God. Imagine if a nigga like that has kids.
That's literally RTU to Sav. That's RTU to Sav.
Like that actually has kids. I would feel so sorry for his children because the nigga literally serves no fucking purpose. Imagine a father. Now we got lots of niggas with wives and kids and shit that suck my dick daily on the internet. But imagine if this nigga actually had children. This nigga's devoting the time that he could be spending with his kids, checking out a black man on stream, cucking over him relentlessly. It's crazy.
Dude, I forgot how good these were.
I've never seen somebody so relentless to be seen. Somebody's value so worthless.
I have not thought about these videos since my first run at streaming. Oh my God, these are amazing.
This bitch over and over and over and over and over and over again. We keep
isn't it ironic?
Let's do you a favor. Let's go to the 99.
Oh no, this Rock's coming back.
Together. I'm gonna give you an assisted suicide. Let's pick out a rope together, right? And we're gonna take all the greatest troll clips and put a TV screen right in front of you. I'm gonna hang that rope on top of the microphone. We're gonna forcefully cry your eyes open. I don't even need to do that because you're on my dick daily. We're gonna cry your eyes open until you consistently watch clips over and over and over.
Dude, you cannot say this guy's not a great storyteller.
It's a little bit too much. You're just gonna start going crazy. You're gonna start
if he's saying this shit off top of the head, that's insane.
Start pouring out blood and just getting cracked, and the veins in your retinas are just gonna start engaging and bulging. Then I'm gonna grab that rope for you and say, "Are you ready?" You're gonna say, "Yes." I'm gonna take it, pull it.
Oh, okay, so I'm doing one more search. If I can't find the one I'm looking for, then I give up or find it next time. Saturn stick. I think this is. Oh wait, here it is. We found it. All right, this is the last time. This is the last one. If anybody here hates LTG, it's okay. Come back in 4 minutes and 24 seconds.
If you're going to evolve with time, your mind also has to evolve. And instead of doing that, you stayed in one boxed-in area, not even an octagon with 8 sides. You're just 4 ways. At the end of the day, you're just another basic-ass nigga in America.
Bro Cyrus, this is the only stuff I know about LTG. It's amazing. He has so many. Just look at BBC fantasies. Here we go. Let's go. Get him.
I'm gonna have to crack your gym.
Ooh.
Pull your wrench.
Ooh.
My bad, a wrench. Have you carried off with black cloaks?
Oh, not his cloaks. Not the black cloaks, dude. You want to be carried off by them? Oh no, Rox is here too.
And Rox the Saturn stick.
Oh fuck.
I don't even want to look at what they're gonna do to you. I just snap my fingers a couple of times because that's a secret command. They're gonna take you into a dark room.
I do not know who Rox is.
You,
I don't think I want to know.
All I hear is screams. Hearing shreds of clothes ripping off. I hear lube being squirted out of a bottle. The Saturn stick. I hear Rox enjoying himself, lubing it up. I hear.
Yeah, shout out to Rox. He is not
back
good.
Out. Asked me, do I want to watch? I said, absolutely not. I can't. Usually I sit in my throne, but today it's a different day. And next thing you know, I hear screams and grunts. And this is just how I'm visualizing it because clearly this is what's going down. They got you tied up.
Ooh.
And I just hear screams and grunts. And all I can picture is a Saturn stick slowly but protrudely going up your ass, and there's nothing
slowly
you can
but
do about
protrudely going up your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it. This is not a homoerotic fantasy whatsoever.
And rocks is gonna twist it, right?
Oh.
Force it, twist it, force it, jab it up to the point where you're just tapping out. You know, they say men that are gay bust nuts out of their ass. So regardless of how much pain it is, you're orgasming out of your anal cavity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hold on, you don't sound like that. You're foaming at the mouth. Just twitching, fucked up. You don't understand why you busted nuts. You don't understand why you ejaculated after getting the Saturn rod put up your ass, and it's got your fucking mind fucked up. All you're seeing is colors.
I mean,
you busted the best nuts of your life because you didn't realize that the Saturn stick could do that. You're just twitching, fucked up, right? I have my cloaked members.
He's a storyteller, Emily.
To the cliff that's on the outside of the manor.
He's got a whole story
You're still
cooked up.
ass naked, foaming at the mouth. Nut dripping probably from your fucking penis tip, right? Because you can't believe you busted nuts from a Saturn stick.
Wait, I thought he busted the nuts out his ass. That's wired.
It doesn't take that much manpower to swing a nigga like you off. Take you.
The little details are so good.
With a hood over my head, watching as they swing you. They're just taking you. I give the signal.
Oh, that's
they toss you off
that's
the
a
cliff,
complex signal. Oh.
And your naked body splashes into the waterfall as if we were watching Black Panther. Now, Shin Black, get that ass band, bitch ass nigga. You will never be seen here again, coon.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you know what? LTG should join like Book Talk or something. Book Talk loves fantasies like that I've heard. So
Try them. So I'll do that, and we'll kind of compare.
anyways, back to DSP. Back from the best storyteller of all time to the worst.
With also the new stuff. So that's awesome. As soon as we hit those goals, we'll do it. So here's the thing. 3 goals to go. If we hit a goal this stream, and then tonight, and then tomorrow, we'll order for tomorrow. It'll be dinner tomorrow after the stream, okay? If we happen to hit more goals, like 2 goals today and then another one tonight, we could do it tomorrow as well. If we hit 3 goals on this stream right now, I'll order the food and we'll have it for dinner today, right?
Just very casually asking for $450. Listen to this.
We could do it tomorrow as well. If we hit 3 goals on this stream right now, I'll order the food and we'll have it for dinner today, right after the
Wow, it's insane, Dean, isn't it?
We're not hitting 3 goals on this stream, for the record. That would be incredible. We're not doing that.
Okay,
I'm not
you don't want
that whatsoever.
You don't want to see my
Especially
black
because
folks.
if you guys haven't noticed, this week the kick side contributions and support have dried up. Last week it was amazing because it was my birthday, but now this week it is incredibly slow. In fact, all day yesterday, the only support I had from Kick was a couple auto resubs, and we had no keynote entry. We did 3 gifted subs, and that was it. Everything else was dead. So I don't expect that we're going to be hitting monstrous amounts of goals. But the thing is, I'm only really looking to hit 1 a stream. I'm happy with that. All right?
Okay, good.
So
Get to bed for
let's
school,
keep
dude.
that momentum going. Let's hit this stream today for Blueprints. Let's hit it tonight for Pirate Yakuza.
Oh, yo, it's almost the same day in the game as it is in real life. That's pretty cool, huh?
Let's do it tomorrow on Minecraft, and let's get our reward tomorrow. The Popeyes DSP tries it, and then we can work towards whatever's next. And I don't know what's next. We got to talk
That's
about
true,
it.
John
We gotta look
Cena.
and see. Do we want
You're right,
DSP
you're right.
tries it? Do we want something different?
DSP
We can
has
talk
told
about
a
that
good
and try
story
to figure
before.
it out, okay? But good stuff. Only 3 goals to go already. Thank you for this great support this week. Very nice of you, okay?
All right, for those of you, I know Forgotten Loco was asking about his options in the poll. Here's Yukari. All right, take a good look. I'll let you know when the next one comes up.
Cool. And by the way, yesterday we had a big chunk of the podcast where we talked about what we should do when we hit 50 goals for a big milestone. And it's going to be a marathon. And we had some really good ideas.
Carl.
Idea number 1 is the return of viewer's choice for you.
Oh, the hot Latina was, yeah, that's a great story as well. Carl, you are a young hot dude. I'm glad because his chat was solely lacking young hot dudes. We had dudes, but I don't know if they were like young and hot. So
You guys
I'm glad you're
vote,
here.
and then pick games for me to play. and some of those games will likely become full playthroughs here on the channel, just like we did back in February, and I ended up playing the entirety of Onimusha HD. But in addition, someone came up with an interesting idea. Closet Clean Out 2.0.
Oh
and
my god, who came up with that
the
idea?
Vest and hat
No, you do not want-
retirement event. Meaning,
The-
since I no
oh my
longer
God.
use hats and vests and things in my setup, we don't have the tiered goals anymore. But I have a closet full of this stuff. We would do as a marathon, where during the marathon, I'm cleaning out the closet, reorganizing, and we're just chilling and having fun. But for every level of support that I hit, I would actually put on
Oh,
a
everyone
vest
got
or a
unbanned.
hat, and we would go through all of them. And essentially, let's say, for example, I hit 100
Everyone's
bucks. I put
unbanned.
on
You're back in,
the
dude.
blue vest. But then when we hit 200, you guys pick the next vest. I take that
Yeah,
vest
this is so
off and I put it
innovative.
into a bin, and then it's in storage.
Oh
and it's
my
been
god.
retired.
Are
And so-
we? He's acting like he's like an NBA player getting his jersey retired. Instead, it's a stinky vest that Jaster's probably peed on.
By the end of the day, we'll probably go through all the vests, all the hats, because probably every 50 we'll do a hat. You know, we'll just do silly stuff all day, and that'll be a way to retire that stuff. You know, it was many years, to 2020 through 2024, that we were using it. In the middle of last year, we retired it all.
I can't
It's a good-
see the
good send-off
poll
of
on
it.
my.
Now, we don't have to do
phone,
that.
so
I'm
we're
just
gonna
saying
go
that
watch
was an
my own
idea
stream.
Someone had.
So we're
Just
gonna go.
saying. And here
Oh
you
my
go.
goodness.
By the way, CCA says, I've been watching
I did not
Disco
expect
Elysium
this, I'll
on
be
demand.
honest.
In some parts, the audio and your mic become muffled. Same issue in the two newest parts. Is it a YouTube issue? Yes. It's the music issue. YouTube is blocking or having issues with the music, and so we're trying to run it through to get it to be okay with YouTube, but when YouTube does that, sometimes it muffles the audio. It's, for some reason, the makers of the game loaded the soundtrack of the game into YouTube's copyright engine. So if anyone plays it, the game gets all fucked up. And that's their fault.
Oh,
I don't know why
man.
the makers of the game did that. Almost no game developers do that, but they chose to do it.
I feel
and
like
it's
Phil
screwing
used
up
to
everyone's
complain about that a
playthroughs.
lot
So
back in the day.
it is what it is. It sucks. I don't know why they did that. That's pretty dumb. It's the same thing that happened with GTA back in the day. You know, all those playthroughs that had licensed music. It's really dumb. So anyway, 50 goals coming up. Excited to see how that goes and go from there. All right. So anyway, let's do some shout outs to get today's momentum started. Let's see how we're doing. And then let's talk about some of the topics for today. I just want to
Cool.
briefly
Class 2F, Phil Burnell. Sounds good.
talk about the schedule for the week, but also this PS5 price increase is kind of a unique situation, in my opinion.
Oh, great.
All
I
right,
really want
so
to
let's
hear
start with a
him talk
few,
about the PS5
tips.
price increase. That's going to be so
Excuse
cool.
me. Let's see here.
Well, isn't this guy that wants to fuck the teacher?
Someone tipped me $1 saying there's some kind of a thing you can do
Oh.
online. If you insert a Twitter or X username, you generate free content creator Pokemon card. And I can make Chat GPT AI action figures of myself. I don't know about that. Maybe one day if we're really bored, we'll look into that. I don't think that's something that I want to do today, but thanks for the $1 tip. Sounds kind of silly. Let's see here. Oh, this is a troll. No wonder. I should have recognized the email address. My fault. Big Boss.
I thought
with
you
our
didn't
first
see the
super chat
email
of the
address.
day. $1.99 super chat. He says, Black Ops 6
Wait,
Zombies
Phil, I
is
thought you
single
didn't see
player
any
now. It would be
information.
Cool. What do you mean? Zombies has always been single player.
Phil, what about
you
all-
can play it by
you don't
yourself.
see
It's just
information. What are you talking about?
nowhere near as good. When you play it by yourself, it's a much, much, much better game when you team up with others. Because if you're by yourself, you can't even revive yourself unless you buy the auto revive, which is a rare thing to get. You know, if you're teaming up with other people, you can revive and back each other up. It's very
Hang on to the woman's
boring
room?
to play
No.
by yourself. So I would not want to do that. I don't. Being honest, okay. There was a troll super chat. Thanks, stupid. It's just hilarious. Just listen.
Oh,
to
thanks,
this.
Frankie.
Begging is not a
My
business.
bad.
Okay. My model is that I give you content for free. You enjoy the content.
Yeah, PayPal only shows
then
them the
you support
email
it.
if it's from dumbfuck
Me
trolls.
sitting here and saying, hey,
That's true, BR.
I have some goals for support. Let's hit them. and then giving you positive reinforcement for it, such as, hey, if we hit the goal, we'll have a celebration. When we hit a certain amount of goals, we do a big reward. That's not begging, you imbecile.
That's business.
Begging is when you sit on the street with nothing to offer society and you shake a cup and you say, alms for the poor.
I don't think people say that anymore. I'm not a poor.
I'm not.
Then why are you begging for money?
Good living. Because I provide content
Then why are you
people
begging?
like, and then when they like it, they reciprocate.
Alms for the poor,
If you
please.
think that's begging, you're just dead wrong because you're a jealous imbecile who wishes that they could have everything that I have and you don't. And you're just so jealous about it, you can't come to grips with reality. That I have a business that has been successful now since 2011. That's right.
Has
I've
it been
doing this
successful
for a living
since 2011?
for 14 years. And I'm going to do it for as long as I want, as successfully and to the level that I want, doing the content that I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. Get it?
Get it?
That's it. Your jealousy, your incredible jealousy,
I wish I could beg like Phil.
is embarrassing to humanity. So please shut up. But thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that you are supporting the content, even though I didn't even ask for anything. Here you go. There's no begging required. You just forthcoming with the support.
It appeared a
thanks.
couple hours later from this, so you didn't have to wait for very long.
Let's get back to business here. What's up, King Michael? How you doing? What's up, Toasty Chestnuts? How you guys doing today over on Kit? Good to see you both. Mark Similian.
Yeah, I do
did a $2
count
super
bankruptcy
chat. He
as
says, "You look
success,
exactly like
in my
Dennis
opinion."
Nedry." I think you're right. Doesn't this look like the shirt he wore in Jurassic Park? Or was his lighter blue? You know what it is? I get confused because didn't he also, that same actor, didn't he wear those similar shirts also on Seinfeld? So I think on Seinfeld, he wore one that was light blue. And in Jurassic Park, did he wear one that was darker blue like this? I can't remember. But anyway, I have a few different new shirts like this. You saw one the other day that looks just like Tommy Vercetti's shirt from Vice City. And now we've got this one.
Listen, the bankruptcy was because of the mentally ill trolls. Unfortunately, there was nothing he could actually do about it. It was out of his hands. The stupid idiot trolls caused the bankruptcy. He had no idea that his income was going to half when he moved across the country and spent like tens of thousands of dollars on credit to move across the country. He could not predict any of that. So it's not really a dig at him.
There's a few. There's like 3 or 4
Really
new
a
ones
dig at
coming
yourself because you're the reason
you'll
he's in
probably
that
see this week.
situation.
In the rotation. So there you go. So thank you for that. Mark Similian, a $2 super chat.
What's up, intrusive style pop guard?
Let's see here. Big Boss did a $4.99 super chat. So that will be our biggest one. Get that on the leaderboard. Excuse me.
竹場さんと一緒に投稿してたのって君見てたぜ。なんか君ってつうか竹場さんって
Okay, and Big Boss now says, instead of storing vests and hats, every $1,000 made during a marathon, randomly give away a signed vest and hat. It would be cool. I keep telling
no
you
one
guys,
wants that.
but people don't listen. There's no viable way to mail this shit all.
I cannot listen to this rant again. I straight up cannot listen to this rant again. As somebody that buys stuff constantly from eBay, the shipping is not that expensive, and send stuff. The shipping is not expensive, especially he said it would cost him like $100 to ship a WWE card. You literally just need a stamp for that. It's incredible how much he just lies to us.
All around the world. Don't you know that? Like, I've explained this before. Like, when I first started doing my seasonal giveaways, which I used to do in
Charge them for shipping, yeah, dude. Do like $1,030 then. It's gonna cost you. It's not gonna cost you like $10,000 to ship it.
quarter of every
Just
year.
add like $30 onto the whatever the
I would give away games,
the
collectibles,
thing is.
autographed merch, and other various things. One time I even gave away a PlayStation.
Bob Hoskins, I buy stuff from Japan all the time, and they usually like don't charge for shipping, and obviously the shipping is baked into the cost, but it's not very expensive. It's not much more expensive than the ones that you know what I'm trying to say. It's not expensive. It's not that bad.
Okay?
You can ship like big boxes from
But I used to
Japan
do
to
this
America,
regularly.
and it's not prohibitive.
Every fourth quarter of the year, like clockwork. And well, here's what ended up happening is I realized I don't just have a domestic viewer base. The people who watch me aren't just in the United States. You guys are in Canada. You guys are in the UK. You guys are in various parts
Go
of
fuck yourself,
Europe,
Sav.
spread out. But you're also in Asia.
Oh,
Right? There,
who,
I even have some
Slayer?
viewers in like South America.
Slayer?
Okay? And what would happen is people would
I have
enter
one dude.
these contests.
I have
to
one
win
dude
stuff,
in
and
Asia.
They would, and then I would go to mail it. And
Say
it would be
America
like,
only then.
First of all, almost impossible to mail it properly because trying to mail stuff internationally is very different than mailing it domestically. You don't know how to put the address on the package. It's
You
very
don't-
complicated. But in
Okay.
addition, I'll give
Say
you a
only
perfect
America,
example
then.
here. Sometimes I'd be mailing, say, a game. Now the game's worth $20. So I sign the
No, this-
box.
this does not
here we
happen.
go. I go
Well,
to
you can say you
mail
spend
it.
$50.
They'd be like, oh, you're mailing that to, you know, Brazil? Okay, that's $70. What? Yeah,
Weren't you making like
$70.
$300,000
By the way, this was
when you
over
were
a
doing
decade
this?
ago.
Okay,
you
so
can
when you're
imagine
making like
shipping
300,000 a
costs
year.
probably have exponentially increased in the last decade.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so sadly, the
exponential
idea of physical
increase.
giveaways isn't as easy as you think. Okay, the people who typically do physical giveaways are people who are very big and have people they can hire to do it for them, and they can take care of all that stressful nonsense
look at
of the
Stupe.
logistics and paying for it and making sure that it tracks and gets there. I can't do that.
Holy fuck, it is
It's
so
just too
easy.
annoying, too
It is so
expensive.
easy
All right.
and not expensive.
That's one of the major reasons why I completely stopped doing actual giveaways. At one point, I was selling.
can't figure out how
Project
to
7
ship a
t-shirts.
game.
Again, this was over a decade ago. I was selling the shirt for a $20 patron pledge, and then I would mail it, and it would cost me $40 to get it to you. So I lost $20 on the deal. I was losing money doing it. So basically, I stopped doing physical stuff a long time ago for good reason. All right, I have no plans on doing any physical mailings or giveaways. It's just not worth it. Okay, my content is right here. This is it. If you want me to do something digitally, make you some content, that's one thing. If you want to see me do something on stream, do a taste test, do a special marathon, play a game, that's the content I make. I don't do physical giveaways for a reason. There's also a reason with merch. That's why I have a third-party company that makes my merch and ships it to you, because I don't have the time and logistics to handle it like they do. Get it?
Okay.
So there you go. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Ian S. with a 5-member Bob. Thank you, Ian, for the memberships this morning. Appreciate that. Let's get that up on the
PWR is
leaderboard.
about to send out a game.
Whoever got those
Still can't
memberships, I hope
figure it
you,
out.
Enjoy them. And that's good for $15 of support this morning. That gets us up to 25 and climbing. Thank you so much. Ralph did a $5 super chat and says, is street performing a business? Streaming is similar to that. Yeah, it is. Absolutely, street performing is a
Oh
business.
my
Did
God.
You know, street performers have to report all of their income, all of it. Okay.
Yeah, Bob.
And they have to pay taxes.
It's not.
on it.
It's not
It's a
expensive.
business. 1,000,000%.
It's not
They have to be
$100.
registered. They absolutely. Yes.
So DSP is
Performers in
basically
the
a street
United States
performer.
Are businesses and have to be treated as such. That's correct. 100%. If they don't, they're breaking the law. Now, does
Uh-oh.
anyone go after them? Who knows, right? Then again, the average street performer probably, quite honestly, doesn't make as much as, say, a full-time streamer like me. They don't. So maybe they get away with it. But me, everything I do is done properly, recorded properly.
Everything you do is done properly, recorded properly. Why did we have the back tax saga then? By the way,
Claimed properly
Is
and or
it?
paid for properly. I pay.
I remember a multi-year saga in which you had to pay back taxes because you didn't pay them, and then a detractor contacted your state, and then they were like, "Yeah, this guy doesn't know what he's doing," and he had to pay that. Huh.
Pay a lot of taxes. All right, so there you go. So yeah, but yeah, no, it's. I would argue if you're talking like a comparison, because a street performer gives away their craft for free, and then if you like what they just did, you support them. Yeah, I would say yes. I would say that it's very similar, but the virtual has become way more predominant than the IRL. right? Street
Well.
performer maybe was what laid the groundwork for now the online content creator. Okay. Let's see here. The Go did a $2
The
super
Go.
chat. Why do you make your wife work and cook when you make $140,000? First of all, you have absolutely, positively no idea
Yes,
how much money I make.
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
You're an
Yes, we
idiot.
do.
Because all the morons who try to, oh, he makes this, he makes that.
Nope,
he makes
I
this.
know.
You have no clue because you actually can't quantify what I make. You don't know what percent of anything that I get on a stream I actually keep.
Where's
and how much
JG?
goes to taxes.
Where's
or whatever.
JG?
You have no
He
idea.
calculates all that, or whoever's on there. Everyone calculates all the fees and stuff.
What's real or not, right? I said this.
I know what's
before.
real.
You literally have no idea if I've ever received a tip.
Okay, so are
They
you
could
just
all be
lying?
real. They could all be fake. Some could be real. Some could be fake.
So you're just lying.
And the truth is, it's none of your business.
So he's just lying. Okay, so he's just faking tips? Is that what he wants us to believe? Hey guys, you idiots don't know when I get tips because I could just be lying to you. Okay, well, we're going off what you reported. Look at his fucking face right here, dude. He's so annoying.
Get it? It's my business, not yours. So all these morons out there who try to figure this shit out, oh, Phil made this, Phil made that, Phil made that. You don't know what I make. I could be making 3 times that, and I could be making 1/3 of that, and it's none of your business.
Well, that's your fault then. If people are reporting the wrong number, then that's your damn fault. Because you're telling people fake news.
Okay. Now, why does my wife work?
So fucking
Well,
smug.
because she wants to. She doesn't want to
Yeah, I'm
sit around
sure.
the house all
Yeah, I'm sure she wants to work that retail job that she always bitches about and you always bitch about.
goddamn day. Okay. Because by having her work, it alleviates the financial responsibilities around here.
How much
Instead of
you
it all
making?
being on my shoulders, it's a second
Like
income
20K?
that goes towards very important things. Okay. Our finances are set up in a certain way on purpose.
Yeah, you're making like 100K
so basically,
more than
allow
her.
me to explain in the best way possible. Okay. Let me see if I can phrase this in a way that makes sense.
Oh my god,
Fuck
not
off.
this.
Go fuck yourself. Mind your own business. What my wife and I do is our business, not yours. And you don't know better than us, so kiss my ass.
Okay.
Here we go. The camera was slightly off.
Oh, great. No, it's actually worse now.
That's better.
Okay, now there
It
you go.
wasn't centered. What about this one?
Nope,
looks like they've
nope.
all moved
Center,
somehow.
dude.
Here we go. What about this one? Yeah, okay, let's fix them all. Here we are. Now they're all centered. Good. Very good. Okay. But thanks for the $2 super chat for the incredibly intrusive, nosy question that's none of your business.
Mitsuru super fan. According to the poll, I know some motherfuckers in
Okay.
here that's like that. This is basically how high
Alrighty,
school was
so
for
we're
me.
off to a good start. 32 bucks.
I
to
had like
support.
super fan just staying in
Alright,
the
and,
hallway talking about me.
Thank you guys for that. I appreciate
Looper
that.
looked
People are
so
saying,
stunning
"Stop
at today's
ignoring
welcoming
Cade." Is
ceremony.
Cade tagging me? I haven't seen Cade say a word to me yet. Cade, if you tag me, I'll respond. I didn't see what you were saying. I was answering, the contributions. So, anyway. So, guys, good momentum getting started. Again, 8 straight streams. We've hit the goals. Let's continue to hit the goals. Let's hit stream number.
Well, that's exactly it, checkmate. He always says it's nobody's business, but he's also the one that he started off this pre-stream with a boardroom meeting. Have you ever gone to any other streamer's like chat and seen people talk about money and be like, oh, like questioning their financial decisions? No, I have never gotten anybody asking what I do with super chat money. It's usually buy stuff for the streams, but no one's ever asked. And that's because I don't have boardroom meetings every morning.
Number 9 right now. All right.
No, you
So,
did not, Sav.
Let's get our first sub for Kick today. We have no subs on Kick. Let's get our first sub over on Kick. Let's get someone to top the $5 super chat. That's currently the top super chat. Let's get someone to top the incredibly low dollar tip.
Incredibly
All right,
low
let's do
dollar
it.
tip. Get fucked, dollar tip. What a fucking idiot. How dare you only get billed $1?
Do you think if you started Atomfall knowing how it was
Wait a second. Big ups? Kinda sav for 5 gifted memberships to Lawson Technicolor, Sonnet, Jaded, Travis B, Drobo, Lifting Dude. What an honor here. We are young. We are hot. And I gotta take off my shirt now. Thank you so much, Kinda Sav, for the memberships. Let's fucking you guys can stop using that emoji. We do have the Pepe one. That's like a fun one that you guys could use. The other one, I don't know why you'd want to use it, but whatever.
Sign that you would have enjoyed it more. Also, will upgrading memberships count toward the goal? Well, number one, if I had known that Atomfall was 100%,
I have a shirt. It just has 8 armholes, and then I have 2 like legs and pants.
More like open exploration, would I have liked it more? I don't know if I would have liked it more. I don't know if I would have liked it less. It is what it is. For me, the major problem with the game is the combat. The combat is not fun.
Yeah, no one give Frankie a membership. He wants to be the special
doesn't have
one.
anything special to
He doesn't want to be a
so
shill.
when the game throws a bunch of enemies at you,
He
you're just
doesn't want to cuck
like,
out to the squid army.
No, I gotta fight for like 10 minutes now. Because that's how the game's designed, is when you fight, enemies endlessly come at you. Like, you go into a bunker,
the blooper
here
army, the
comes
squid army is
17 to
taking
20
over.
people all at once. Which is really dumb. Oh, you're in the druid map? You better...
Do squids even have ass? Back of a squid. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of dead squids on here. I don't really want to see that anymore. It's kind of upsetting me.
expect to be fighting druids non-stop. That's what I don't like about the game. I wish that it had something special to the combat, like Fallout has VATS, okay? Elder Scrolls has a combination of interesting melee with magic use.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate the music really quick. This is different. This is different than the original. Do 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 do. Let's go, let's go. Oh wait, no. I'm enjoying this though. I will say that I'm enjoying this. Is it wrong to think squid is delicious? Yeah, absolutely. We are extremely intelligent. You're basically eating a human. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the same lady, right? I gotta get used to this. It's different, dude. But it's just as good. God damn. How does Persona 3, 4, and 5 all have like the best, the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 best soundtrack of all time?
And
pretty cool, huh?
With Skyrim, they added these shout mechanics, so the combat was engaging. There's nothing engaging in the combat.
Like how the dude that did Mario,
very tedious and boring, not well
did
defined,
Zelda,
and not
like
even
a bunch of other shit. How does
like,
one person do all
I can tell you how many
that?
times I'm literally point blank with someone with a shotgun, and I fire, and the shotgun has no effect or little effect on the enemy. I'm like, what is everyone a Terminator? What the fuck are you talking about? It's a shotgun. If I'm anywhere near you and I point towards you and pull the trigger, you're fucked. In real life, someone doesn't have a shotgun and fire, and every buckshot misses. Like, what are you, crazy?
How do you know?
But that's how the game
When was the
treats
last
it.
time you shot when was the last time you got shot at?
So anyway, that's my criticism. The open world mechanics and the fact that you don't know where to go and don't really know what to do, or that there's so many different ways to complete quests. It's more of a descriptor than a complaint. I'm not really complaining about it, but as a streamer, it makes it tougher to figure out how
I can
far
just
along in
fucking
the game
stand
you
here
are,
and listen to
that is
damn
a little
music.
Annoying and challenging, but that's because I'm a streamer. That's really not a criticism of the game. You know? Okay,
Oh,
All right, folks.
apathy
so,
syndrome,
thank
not
you for the
good.
early support. Let's hit the goals today.
Come on,
In
guys,
fact, what
let's
I
hit
would
the
say is, at the
goals.
very least, let's hit $50 before we start
Why?
with blueprints today.
I thought we were supposed to.
Notably, speaking of
to
which,
support if we
let's
like
hit
the
up the
gameplay.
schedule for today. Okay. Do you guys know what's coming up for the next week? Here we go. Here's what I've got in store for you.
Yeah, exactly, Frankie. Many such cases.
So, first off, we've got today Blueprints continuing, which I'm excited for. I think Blueprints is a great, unique game. And, Cade says the upgrade membership part of the question. Honestly, Cade, I don't know.
What's
I
up?
don't, if you upgrade your
Expand
membership,
on?
I don't know if I can even see that. So you're a standard member right now, and you're asking,
Cat
could
loving
you
boy,
upgrade
it's me,
your
dude.
membership? Would I count it? I don't even know how that works. Actually, with a gifted membership, I don't think you can upgrade your membership. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh, look, a food shop. Let's see. I want to eat some takoyaki. I wonder what that is. Huh? Who are you? I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. Oh, what's that? Huh. Octopia. I wonder what that's supposed to be. Hey there, kid. Haven't seen you around these parts before. Are takoyakis lip smacking good? Huh. I have no idea what takoyaki is or Octopia is. That's cool, though. Huh.
I think someone had told me you can't. That you cannot upgrade a membership mid-membership.
Oh, it's
You have to
noodles?
wait
That
for the
makes sense.
gifted one to run out, and then you can upgrade. But maybe I'm mistaken, or maybe YouTube changed or fixed that. But I'm pretty sure someone had told me that. Dang it. Stop bouncing around. There we go. Okay. So anyway. Oh, yours wasn't gifted? Oh, okay. So so you can manually upgrade it then. Do you have a rate? So the way I think it's $3 for a standard membership. I think it's $7 for a super.
I'll be right back.
And I think it's $15 for an ultra. So if you were to upgrade from a standard to an ultra, that would be like $12. You're literally the only person who had ever asked to do that. So I guess we could try to figure it out. If you did upgrade, we'd have to figure out what the difference is. I think it would be like $5 extra bucks if you did the super, and it's 12 for the ultra, because I'm pretty sure I get like 15 for an ultra. So, anyway. Okay. So schedule-wise, today we're doing more blueprints. And interestingly enough, a lot of people have been telling me that blueprints is way more complex than it seems at face value. So I'll explain when we start playing. But for example, everything you see on a wall in the game is actually a puzzle or part of a puzzle. So there's been rooms where we're like, oh, it says there'll be two pictures, a crow and a guy in a rowboat. And you're like, well, what's the difference between the two? Crow, row, the letter C. So the letter C must be one of the letters in the combination to get into the security computer, right? Well, guess what? Apparently,
Cool.
there's been those throughout
Sounds
the
like I missed
whole
absolutely
game,
nothing.
and I didn't know because I didn't know every one of those things counts as that. So anytime that you see pictures, it counts toward as like a puzzle. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So we need to focus on that today as we play and see if we can figure out things like that. So whenever we see pictures on the wall, we have to try to figure out what kind of a puzzle piece is this of. All right, so it's a really complex game. I'm looking forward to more. I hope you guys will support it. It did well last time. I'm hoping to hit the goal today. Playing Blueprints, it's a really unique
Are you
game.
guys planning on
Okay.
supporting it?
Pyro
I
Yakuza in
am.
Hawaii is tonight. We're in the end game. Tonight, the goal is to finish
I got
chapter
paid
4
recently,
and head
so
into chapter
I
5, which
am
is the
going to
final
put,
chapter of the game.
you know,
Which means we have to
as much
finish
money
the
as I
final
can
arena
in the
match
Phil's
against
pocket.
Mortimer. I believe there's going to be a boss
Who's
fight
a
against
stupid
Samoa
bitch?
Joe's character, and then we can go back to the main story on Nele Island, and we can finish it up. So, good stuff there. Hope you'll join tonight on the late stream for that. Tomorrow, Minecraft. I'm excited for this, because last time we did the early groundwork to make it so that now I can survive the nights and stuff like that. Next time, we're going to work on livestock. We're going to see if we can build a basic farm.
Is there anything else
We're
I
going to
can
do some
do?
digging
I don't think so.
and
Not
going
today.
into cave systems under my house. It's going to be very fun. So tomorrow, Minecraft continues, and I'm very excited for that. I'm also going to see if I have time, if I can figure out how to get ray tracing enabled. Someone
Oh, that's
sent me
good,
the
Sab.
instructions. My problem right now is time. I just don't have time to do anything.
Me too,
So
Frankie.
if I have time to do it, I'll try to do it before we play tomorrow. Black Ops 6 multiplayer is tomorrow night. That's going
looks
to be
good.
exciting. Last week we played it. It was the first time we played the new season. The new maps are in there. Perhaps we'll try other modes. I know that there's actually like a third-person mode in there now, so maybe we could try that. And and go from there. Okay.
First day of school is tiring.
Wednesday, Adam Fall, where we'll hopefully get into the end game. We'll see. And then more Pirate Yakuza, as we're hoping to maybe even finish it on Wednesday night. And then Thursday, it's really up to you. What I'm going to see is how things go with Blueprints and Minecraft this week. If you guys like Blueprints more, we'll do another Blueprint stream. If you like
What the fuck is
Minecraft more, we'll do another
Blueprints?
Minecraft stream. So whatever you guys want more. And then Thursday night is Smart Guys with my final special guest host of the 3 that we've
I'm
had.
gonna try a romance
The
Yukari.
pre-WrestleMania show, and I'm actually doing it a little different. And here's how I'm doing it differently. Rather than this being a play-by-play show where we're going to go through, it's, April's whatever's
I thought-
SmackDown.
Does it not sound like he's saying blueprints, Sam? That's what I thought too, but it says blueprints continues up here and on his schedule.
There was this match, here's what I think. There was this match,
Escape
here's what I
room
think.
style game?
Instead, here's how we're going to do it. Okay?
Hey, big up,
I'm
Siko
going
Iko.
to list
I haven't seen you in a while.
all of the WrestleMania matches that are happening that weekend, this coming weekend. And I'm going to tell you the plot line of what happened leading up to that match, what I thought of the build
it is
and
a
the
play
plot
on
line
words?
leading up to
Oh.
it, and what I think about that match at
Oh.
WrestleMania and who's going to win and what I think
No one
ultimately about
cares.
it.
No one cares
And
about
my guest host
WrestleMania.
is going to be there to chime in.
Sorry to tell you.
Okay, so it's going to be a different kind of Smart Guys, not a play-by-play show, but instead an actual WrestleMania
Yeah, John Cena, he said he had a
preview
bunch
show.
of young
That's really the
dudes in
goal
his
of Smart
DMs.
Guys this week. Okay? I think it'll be a good one. I think that format may actually work
And he's
better.
doing giveaways. He
than
gave
just the
$100 to an
play-by-play
animal
stuff.
charity. Come on, dude.
Okay? There you go. All right. So that is Thursday night. And then I am off Friday and Saturday of this week. I'm actually...
Only Ice Kick, I remember when he used to do all of this, what he's doing right now, but he also had the schedule in the YouTube shorts, and then he also had an audio-only schedule on Twitter.
celebrating my wedding anniversary late. It was last week, but we're celebrating it together this week. And
Aiko,
we've got some
Aiko,
errands and
Aiko.
things to do, so there you go. All right? So that's the schedule for the week. All right, so Cade did upgrade his membership to Super. So like I said, that's about additional $5.
He loves schedules,
Okay?
dude.
So
That's,
thank you.
that's 1 point to
Cade,
Team
for that.
Autism,
Count that.
honestly.
So now we're up to $37 of support. Thank you very much, Cade,
Can
for
I sneak
upgrading
into
to the Super
the
supporter level.
girls' dorm?
Thank you, thank you.
Just kidding. I would never do that. Unless
Okay.
Sonata. Who the fuck's that?
So we have an interesting topic to cover today.
Oh, it's a man.
Ready for this, everyone?
Never mind.
It was announced yesterday, actually during my live
Yeah,
stream.
the DoorDash feast for the
that in
anniversary.
certain
So
parts of the
cool.
world, the PlayStation 5's
This guy really told his wife, "Hey, honey, you pick whatever you want for our anniversary to get DoorDash to us." And then they get to some guy gets to come over and drop it off at their door, because they are not greeting the person. They were always picking leave at door, which I do too mostly, but still, they're always picking leave at door. Phil goes to pick it up. The food is in a styrofoam box. And then they put it on paper plates, and then they eat it with paper or plastic knives and forks. And he says, "Happy anniversary, honey." Pretty cool. That's pretty romantic.
price is going to rise.
I would.
Okay? So here it is. Officially from the PlayStation
I would be sneaking into the lizard dorm
blog.
every night.
PlayStation 5's price
Be
to
hiding
rise
under
in
the damn
Europe,
bed.
Australia, and New Zealand. The disk drive for PS5's price will be reduced in these regions.
Crow, his mic sounds
With a backdrop
so
of a
much worse
challenging
than it
economic
did
environment,
before.
including high inflation
new
and
mic sucks
fluctuating
ass.
exchange rates.
Well, it probably doesn't
SIE,
suck
that's
ass.
Sony
It's just
Interactive Entertainment has made the tough decision
fucked it up.
to raise the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 5 console in select
Yeah, the cat
markets
plays
in Europe,
Wallace and
Middle East,
Gromit
and
mod
Africa,
for Power Wash and
Australia,
exactly.
and New Zealand. The updated PS5 recommended retail prices are effective starting April 14th as follows. In Europe, PS5 Digital now goes for €4.99. No pricing changes for the standard PS5 with Ultra HD
Oh, there you
Blu-ray
go.
disc drive. So the one that comes with the drive will
who's
not
buying the
increase.
digital
Only the one
edition?
without it. In the
If you're
UK
buying the digital
specifically,
edition, you deserve to get
PS5
fucked.
digital edition will be now
Get outta here with the digital edition.
£429.99. In Australia, standard PS5 with the Blu-ray disc drive is increasing to $829.95 Australian bucks, and the digital is going up to $750. New Zealand, the standard PS5 with Ultra Blu-ray going up to $949, and the digital $850.
Well, only Ice Kit Kat didn't Phil, and I don't know anything about microphones, but when Phil got this microphone, he said he was upgrading because it was USB and XLR is old technology. Isn't XLR like the like standard? Isn't that what like professionals use? They use XLR that plug into an audio mixer. But somehow Phil was telling us that that's like old technology that no one uses anymore. So he went USB, which I'm pretty sure is inferior. Okay. Sav says yes. Yeah, that's what I remember. Pretty cool, huh?
59. Now, the PS5 Pro,
They actually brain
interestingly
dead.
enough, will be unchanged.
Yeah, that's why I thought XLR
Only
was like
standard
professional because you had to plug it into
are
like
being
the
changed,
mixer, and the mixers can. I've seen mixers are like
Additionally,
$100,
the disk drive
and
for
I've seen them
PS5
that are
is
like
getting
thousands.
A price decrease.
Just assume that's not.
So in Europe, it's now going
Amateur
to be 80
shit, right?
euros. In the UK, it'll be £70. In Australia, 125. In New Zealand, 140. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, and this is what I find hilarious. Okay, this is the official Sony blog post. You see a critical piece of information actually missing from the post that makes it completely worthless?
No.
Allow me to clarify.
Thank you.
They
So
don't
glad
tell
Phil
you
can
the
clarify.
original prices. So unless you live
I mean, why
in this
does that?
country, unless you were in
Why
Europe
does that
or the
matter?
UK or Australia or New Zealand,
They're showing
how
you
would
new
you know what
prices.
the original price was so you can see the increase?
Why do you want to know?
So Sony,
You want to know how
they're
much you're
so
getting cut?
pathetic.
I don't want that.
Okay, they know that if they don't
I'd rather
list
not
the
see
original
it.
price, it makes it harder for you to figure out how much they've actually increased the price, and that's what they want.
Is that bad?
They think
I
they
don't
look
know.
better if you don't actually know how much they increased it. That's ridiculous. It's anti-consumer. That's just fucking annoying.
Well, I
'Cause
want them to
everyone
be
can get that
anti-consumer. I
information,
want
but
to know
they
how
have
much
to
I'm
work
getting
harder.
butt
They have to go
fucked, dude.
search somewhere else. So
I love being in.
incredibly
I love
fucking
living in
lazy
ignorance.
by Sony to drop this blog post. So Isabel Tomatis, you idiot, put the
Fuck
fucking
you,
original
Isabel
price in there, you lazy
Tomatis.
bum, and don't make people do extra work
You
to figure out
fucking
how much more
lazy
greedy you're
bum.
becoming. Okay. Same thing here. Why don't you tell us the original prices of the disk drives so we can figure out how much of a discount you're giving on it? Why are you being an asshole? Come on, Isabel Tomato, or whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Put the fucking information in your blog post.
You
Stop being
fucking
annoying.
piece of shit. You
Anyway,
stupid
Luckily
bitch.
for us,
I bet she
okay,
shows her nipples
different
and her
people
cooch all over.
have done the math. So, for example, Tom Warren on X said
Isabel Tomato.
UK,
Tomato.
essentially
So
it's
funny.
a 10% price increase. Okay? It's basically a little different each place, but you're talking roughly a range of about 10 to 20% price increases. All right? But also what's interesting
Thank you, Phil, for doing the
is
math.
that if you're not aware, this already happened years ago. They already increased the price of the PS5 in 2022. So this is the second time that there's actually a price increase. Here's
Yeah, I think we're getting to the racism.
So there you go.
Feels good.
The launch price and the current price and the price change. So as you can see, the disk drive got a discount of about a fifth, 20%. But the consoles have also got an increase. The base edition, the digital edition, excuse me, that's about a fifth of the price tag right there. But the disc edition is not as much of an increase. Okay? So thanks, Sony, for having people have to do this because you're too lazy. Look, I
Yeah,
had to open Excel to do it, too.
Lindsay
Like, why do you make me
Tomato.
do this work, assholes?
Fuck you.
But anyway, you might say, well, why are they really doing this?
Like
What's the
walking
real
around with her
deal here?
cooch and her nipples all over.
Because, interestingly enough, if you're not aware, this is the real first time this has happened, okay? Historically, if you look at console history, a console would have a higher launch price, and then over time, what they usually would do is
I mean,
find
it'd
a
be
way
interesting
to
to
manufacture
see
that console
inflation
cheaper
over
than
the
initial
lifespan of
launch.
consoles.
So they would have other waves of that console being released.
Things have
that
been
would
kind of
be
fucked right
cheaper
now, so
because they
I
found
mean,
a way to drop the cost of manufacturing that console. In addition, because the console's older, All right. Usually things like competition in the marketplace make it that they want to make it more price attractive to new consumers who maybe haven't adopted their console yet. You know, when you initially launch a new piece of hardware, you could charge a lot more because the early adopters who want it first are willing to pay that premium price to be some of the first people to have that piece of new tech. But once a piece of tech is 2 years, 3 years,
there's
5
things
years
going
old,
on right now.
it's
I don't
not
know
as
if you know that.
attractive anymore because
the way.
there's usually other things in the
Cerulean.
market that are competitive towards it, and therefore you want to be more
Bloopers game
price
for
competitive.
RTU. Get out of here.
Correct. That makes sense, right?
Now
That
you're
makes
banned.
sense. So, in this case, for example, take a look at Super Nintendo.
Who
Take a look
is
at
the fake raid
Genesis.
coming from?
Take a look at the PlayStation, PlayStation 2. They all started with a base model, and then after 3 or 4 years, they came out with a shorter model or a smaller model or a model that was more compact, that was easier to manufacture, and then they would drop the price. So now PlayStation 1 at launch was what, $400, $500.
There's different things going on right
now.
now.
You got the
I don't know if you
Model
know.
2 or Model
Oh,
3
from
PlayStation
Cerulean.
1.
Big up
It's
Cerulean
actually
for the
much
fake
smaller,
raid.
has better tech in it, but is much cheaper. It's like $200.
I appreciate it,
right?
dude.
I remember at one point, do you remember GameCube? At launch was $300-$400, but at one point they were selling them for under $100 during its life cycle. And that wasn't because they were trying to liquidate. Nintendo just wanted to get the product out there. They wanted to compete, okay? That was a long time ago. Now, things have changed. And if you want to know the truth, I think
things
there's really
have changed, and
key reasons
that's why.
why
Oh
things
no,
have changed.
dude. I have a feeling we're going to hear the dumbest shit ever from a dude with a business degree. That was valedictorian in high school.
Okay. So,
I expand Dong. I saw people sharing that picture of how you could buy the GameCube with Mario Kart for like $99 or something. And yeah, that was long after it had flopped, and also obviously like the whole inflation thing. $99 was like, I don't know, not $99, but it completely just misses the context of what was going on. The GameCube got fucked.
in regards to that, all right? Number one, I just don't think that competition is today like it used to be. So let's go back to that 1990s era that I was just referencing, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, the PlayStation 1, etc. It was very dog-eat-dog back then. I mean, you had
Very
vicious
dog-eat-dog.
ad campaigns
Dude,
between
so
these companies.
vicious.
You know, where
They
Sega
had Crash Bandicoot like laughing at Mario. That's so vicious, dude. Holy shit.
ad shows a toy box opening, and they're throwing the Super Nintendo into the toy box, saying that's just a child's toy. Our
Ouch.
country, our product is much better and more adult-oriented and more serious than theirs. You don't want their, you know, crappy play school console. You want the adult console with the edgy content, right?
Yeah, I'm an adult.
And when PlayStation came out, they were like, take a look at our graphics, take a look at our storage capacity and everything we can do with the disc. Why would you want to buy the N64 that's still on, you know, left behind on you know, cartridge? It was very interesting how these companies went at each other back then, all right? And definitely, one of the major things that was up for debate back then, the pricing. Initially, all the consoles would be pricey at launch, but then they would all want to compete, keep dropping prices over time. It was very common, a very common practice. But today, if you take...
All right, guys, it's skull time. It is Vivid Carp streamers. Now Mr. Valedictorian, what do you have to say about that? It looks like I'm valedictorian. You fucking idiot.
But look, all right? Let's take a look at the console landscape, shall we? So you've got the Switch, which has now been out for 8 years and is about to be retired. And we have the Switch 2 coming out in a couple of months. That's going to be $450 or more. We don't know yet, but let's say $450 for the Switch 2. You've got the PlayStation 5. You've got the base model that has two versions, the digital and the disc. And it's going for roughly worldwide between $400, $500.
Hey, what's up,
you know, we just saw there is a price
Dark
increase in
Helmet. I don't
certain
know if I said
places,
hi to
but
you earlier.
the equivalent is around $400 or $500. But then there's a PS5 Pro. That's the top of the line console, comparable with like a upper mid-range gaming PC. And that goes for a bigger premium price. What is that now? 600, something like that? Or so it's a couple $100 more. All right.
Yeah, intrusive cell
Then you got
popcorn.
the
He might be
Xbox
right.
Series S and X.
For now, Kuhn gave him the
And
answer just now. He must have a
This
good
is
memory
really
or
the
something.
difference here. All right, is previously you would argue that there was a direct competitor when it comes to who is the top dog in consoles. But today in 2025, can we honestly argue that the Xbox is actually actively trying to compete and or is a serious competitor with the PlayStation 5? My honest opinion is
they're probably
it's not.
trying.
Okay, that's my honest opinion. You could disagree with me, but I feel like Xbox gave up. Microsoft threw in the towel and decided we botched everything, even though we have a console that is technologically similar and or competitive with the PlayStation 5. We screwed up all of our marketing. We screwed up our public perception. And now people don't take us seriously as a hardware manufacturer anymore. They just see us
43-year-old
as a
talking
game
about best
distributor,
console, yeah.
right? What is the big
He was talking about the
selling point
console wars
of
in
anything
2025.
Xbox? Game Pass. It's not exclusive games. It's not we have better graphics or better controls. It's buy Game Pass and get a whole bunch of games every.
You know what? Phil doesn't really sell Game Pass to me. I was watching when he was talking about like South of Midnight or whatever the game was. He was talking about like how the game's not good, but it's not great, but it's decent Game Pass fodder. I mean, I'd rather just be playing games that are good at that point. Like if the game's only decent because it's on Game Pass and you have to pay money for it, like unless you're like completely broke, you're like going through a rough patch, then I would rather just buy Persona 3, which is an extremely good game, and you're gonna get 100 hours out. Well, this isn't as long as 5, right? But it's like 70 hours, something like that, 80 hours. He doesn't really sell Game Pass to me.
month for $20. If you don't believe me, the Xbox gave up, then why are they now having entire marketing campaigns saying your phone is an Xbox, your laptop is an Xbox?
Oh, it's decent Game Pass fodder. His exact
I
words.
rest my case. So
okay,
what's happened now?
I'll go play a game that I own that's actually really good.
The direct competition, like there
the way
was
he
in
makes
the
it sounds like
90s,
Game
or
Pass
even
is
in
just
the
for like
2000s,
shitty
back,
games to be thrown, or like
look at
decent
the
games to
era
be
of
thrown
the
on.
Wii versus the Xbox 360 versus the PlayStation
Which isn't the
3.
case. I'm just saying that he.
There you go again. They were all at
makes
each
it
other's
sound like
throats.
that. Well, maybe it is. I don't have Game Pass,
I'm
so.
the better console. No, I'm the better console.
I'm sucking out my
I have the
ass.
better value. No, I have the better value. We'll slash our prices. Well, we'll bundle this
Well,
with
we'll
our
bundle
console. Well,
this.
we'll improve this and shrink the size and add new features and drop the price.
Love
right?
shrinking the size.
But today, if you're gonna buy a console, if you want the absolute best quality console, what are you gonna get? PS5 Pro. Now you can argue, well, what about Steam Deck and stuff like that? You're right. There are, there's the ROG Ally portable thing, but those aren't really consoles, right? Those are really portable PCs. It's more of a hybrid market, Yeah, they're powerful. But if you're talking, I just want to buy something. I want to hook it up, and out of the box, it's the most powerful gaming console there is. It's PlayStation 5 Pro. What's one step below that? Regular PlayStation 5. Now, if you're looking for the most value for your dollar, I would argue it's Xbox. But not everyone is a value-conscious consumer. People are looking for the premium. What's the premium experience? What's the best graphics and the best performance I can get? That's PlayStation. So why is PlayStation increasing their prices? Because as of now, they are absolutely seen in the eyes of the consumer as the premium console brand.
Why are they not increasing it in America or
they
Japan
can
then?
rise their prices and get away with it.
Why is it not being raised in America?
That's like the biggest heyday of Apple.
That's like the biggest
when Apple was
place for them.
exploding with new technology, right? The iPod blew up, but then they made 20 versions of it that were all exploding with new features and things. Then they came out with the iPhone. Then they had the iPad. But all of that tech was so expensive, and people were like, I don't get it. Other phones are way cheaper. Other tablets are way cheaper. Why would I pay double the price to get the Apple version of tech that already exists?
Because I love getting cucked by Apple.
Because we're the leader. We're the industry leader. We're providing you with the sleek style that no one else has. Operating system that's
You're
easier
right,
to
everyone.
use,
My bad, dude.
nice features, the
I'm a
bells and
fucking
whistles. We
idiot.
are top of the line.
Vouted.
So if you want top of the line and you want to be in style, you need Apple. Hey, you could get the other guys, the knockoffs, the discount brands, and go for it. Go get your Droid devices. We
go
don't
get your
care.
Droid.
But if you want to be in the know and you want to be looked at as the top of the line, you need Apple, right? That's the level that PlayStation is at right now, or at least they feel that they're at. So now in the world,
There was always a
we're seeing
Samsung or
inflation, right?
iPhone
We're
girl.
seeing
Like,
costs go up. And normally what would happen is these companies would look at their hardware and be like, okay, so
Oh,
here's
it's a
what's going on.
midnight hour.
Now the prices are going up. We have to really work hard to design a way to make this console smaller, sleeker, easier to manufacture, cheaper to manufacture, and more viable so that it doesn't have to be, say, for example,
the fuck is he
costly
talking
to
about?
ship. You know, the logistics. When you make a smaller
This should
product,
be illegal,
it's
be this
easier
cringe.
logistically to move around the world than a bunch of larger products. Right? And that's why, if you take a look at console history,
this is dripping.
every time there's a second, third version of a console, it's the mini, it's the small.
He's got the drip.
The cheaper one, right? You notice that even though they did that with PS5, like the original
maybe not in a
PS5s
good
are
way.
big and bulky, right? And now they made a sleeker version. Prices haven't gone down. Sony doesn't feel like they have to do that because we're the leader. We're the industry leader, and we don't have competition.
It's slimmer, so it's cheaper. Are you sure it's cheaper?
We don't have to slash prices because no one cares that Xbox is cheaper. No one wants an Xbox.
I have no idea what the question was. Oh no, what we're
Take a look
talking about.
at Switch 2.
Oh
Switch
no.
2 is going to come out in June, and it's going to sell like hotcakes. Don't get me wrong. But you really think the Switch 2 will be a competitor with the PS5? Just take a look at the games, the cross-platform, that are going to be on Switch 2. It's already been reported that Cyberpunk 2077 will only run at 40 frames per second in docked mode, only running at 1080p resolution. Does that sound like a competitor to the PlayStation 5? For those who don't know,
get that Nintendo
Cyberpunk
cock
ran
out of
at
your mouth,
1080p
guys.
60 frames on the PlayStation.
It's gonna be 1080p.
4.
You fucking Nintendo cucks.
So this is not competition. Nintendo will succeed.
Intrusive sound. What are
because
you
they
talking
the
about? Everyone's
differentiator.
talking about how
They
it's
will
competing
have
with the
first-party
PS5
titles
Pro.
like Mario Kart World. Is it World or is it Tour? Is Mario Kart Tour? No, I think it's World. I don't even remember the name. And this new Donkey Kong game, Bananaramba or whatever. Those will be the
Bananaramba.
massive bestsellers.
I can't wait for
because
Donkey
they're
Kong
original to the
Bananaramba.
console. And yes, people will buy
It's
filler
Igor.
content as well, like these third-party titles. But
Big ups,
if you want
Igor.
the best experience, you're gonna get a PS5. So that's why Sony can get away with this. This is different than all the other times when there's been the heavy competition and we have to beat our competitor. Sony feels like there is no competitor.
Yeah, send him to El Salvador. I agree.
It makes sense. They're kind of right. Right now, there's no one stepping up to Sony and challenging them.
Somebody said that they were
as
on Elizabeth
the leader in
sim, so
consoles,
it's your time to talk.
Yes, Nintendo will sell.
We're meeting
and sell
Elizabeth,
well,
dude.
but they're going to be in their own little niche, their own little corner, their market, where they make a ton of money. But PS5 will still be successful. Any new game, new franchise is going to want to be on PS5 as well as PC, while maybe porting that, the Switch 2 will be a second thought or an afterthought. And
You're
sure,
an Igor
they'll
ship?
port to the
Oh my
Xbox,
goodness.
but no one's going to care because no one really
You
talks
could do
about
some crazy
Xbox.
shit
It's
with that
kinda
nose, I
dead,
bet.
right? So that's why. So people say, oh, this is greed or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
me too, John Cena.
Like, legit it is. Sony doesn't want to
Oh, no.
start losing money on every
Oh, no.
console sale.
He's
They
gonna
feel
talk
like
about the
we're
Japanese.
premium now. So we can increase prices, and people are going to like it because there's no competition for us. We are the industry
Those
leader.
guys are Japanese.
There you have it. It's just, it's pretty easy to figure out, but it's funny that people are scratching their heads and they're like, I don't get it. You know, this is why. I wish we were back in the era when Xbox was a competitor. I really do. Because the truth is that competition breeds innovation. Okay? When
Wow,
Xbox
that's so
was
deep.
a viable
I've
contender
never
for
heard
the
something that
title
deep
of
before.
top
Have you
console,
guys?
what you saw was innovations like Xbox Live.
Now, guys, I think that Persona 3 Reload is gonna be a fun game to stream while listening to DSP once I get to Tartarus. Because then I could just grind Tartarus like all night and then just hang out with you guys. That sounds like fun, dude.
And achievements and actual voice chat and online avatars and
be like I'm just
interactive
grinding by
dashboard
myself,
feeds
except
and controllers
with my 50
features.
closest friends.
And I could keep going. You know, that was the era. Everyone was trying to innovate and do different stuff. Now, what incentive does Sony have to add a new feature? Do they need it? No. They're already the console industry leader for
If you don't
technology,
sleep in class.
for graphics, for everything. Why would they add a new feature to their console? What, are you crazy? I mean, take a look at what they did
Oh
with the
my God.
PlayStation 30th anniversary.
Wait, did we get
They
a
were
thumb?
crazy.
I was too busy looking
I mean,
at
take a look at
Igor.
what they did
We got
with the
a thumb.
PlayStation 30. Add a new feature to their console. What, are you crazy? I mean, take a look at what
Take a look.
they did
Take a look, liberals. Hey, liberal, take a look.
with the PlayStation 30th anniversary. They released an awesome new dashboard theme that everyone loved. It was the PlayStation startup from PS1, PS2, PS3. Everyone was like, so nostalgic. And what did Sony say? We're taking it away. And everyone said, why would you do that?
Okay, but they brought it back, and then it's probably because it was due to leave in a patch, and then the reason why they didn't bring it back was because they had to come back in the patch. So I don't know. I don't know. Because they can. So that's his answer. The reason why they do limited time wallpapers is because they can. Is it because they literally just want to cuck you? They literally just want to cuck you.
And there's nothing you can do about it because they're the leader. Now, if they were in direct competition with
PlayStation, the PlayStation bosses are like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we gave them this limited time thing and then just took it away just to cuck them? Look at these fucking losers. We're the best. Probably because they're Japanese.
Microsoft, perhaps they would have said, hey, Sony is the place for retro. Come get a cool retro theme or whatever. You know what I mean? And they would have kept it on there, but they don't care. What incentive do they have to do anything nice for you? They don't
Then why
need
they
to.
even do it in the first place?
That's how business works, you know?
And why? I mean, by that logic, they didn't need to put out the
Anyway,
the
so-
whatever anniversary.
There you have
Things.
it. That was our news for today. Perhaps we'll have some more stories for tomorrow, but that's what I had to cover for today. And hope you enjoyed this segment. All right, so guys, we got a little bit of time left before we jump into blueprints for today. Thank you guys for chilling here with me and enjoying the show. I hope you have. Let's get some more support before the end of the show. Like I said, I
Come
would
on,
love
guys,
to hit
we need some more support.
$50 of support before we actually boot the game. That way we have the 100 to try to get through as we play it. And again, we are at 8 straight streams of support hit. Let's keep that streak going and hit 9 today. If we keep it going, we will do DSP Tries It tomorrow, right? We have 3 goals left. We hit the goal today, we hit it tonight, and then we hit it tomorrow's stream. We'll do Popeyes tomorrow, which I would love to do.
God, so cool, dude. Everyone's begging for it. It's funny how Phil's always
Why
the
are
one
we
that has
trying
to
out
bring
for
it
5
up.
minutes,
Nobody
Toasted
else is
Chestnuts?
bringing it up.
Because you spammed the same question 7,000 times when I was in the middle of doing a news story, and you knew I wasn't going to stop doing the news story. You're just obnoxious. That's why. When you're obnoxious and you spam, you get moderated just like everybody else. You're not special. Okay. Cade says, do you think they will come out with a Switch 2 OLED? How long will we have to wait? I fully 100% expect there will be another Switch 2 within 2 to 3 years. This is
Well, Everlove. I asked for $5,000. I don't know if you guys can see it. I did ask for 50 super chats that were at least $100. Unfortunately, it seems like the viewer base here are a bunch of like broke idiots. I can't afford that, so I don't know how it works for Phil. He has to be running out of fast food, right, Emily? Because he has been doing so like he's done like Burger King, McDonald's. He's gonna run out of something. He needs to figure out something that's not trying food for his DSP Tries It. Like, it's getting so old. I have to imagine even the pay pigs are getting tired of it.
is the way that Nintendo has operated with all their consoles, and it works. The initial console does not have all the features and things that you would want, but people pay a premium because it's new.
He used
Then
to
2-3
try
years
like
later,
local
they released a
places,
second model that has some of the features the original one should have had to begin with.
but ever since he started like
and then
this
they charge
new
again
no
for it,
streak
and you buy two of
thing,
the same console for no reason.
he's just been doing fast food.
They've done it every console. Why would they stop now? It works every time.
I think it's literally
In fact,
just because
the
he
only one
wants
they didn't
to.
do that with was Wii U, because Wii U was a flop.
And he wants people to pay for
Right?
it.
They did it with the Wii. They did it with the Switch. They did it. Did they do a second model GameCube? I'm trying to remember.
No, they did not.
They did it with regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Game Boy had 7,000, right? The 3DS had a ridiculous amount. You can keep going. Okay. Would I be interested in a Sony handheld that played games natively priced at $500? No. I don't. For me, for my ultimate
He doesn't go
gaming
anywhere.
experience, I want it at home.
He doesn't
right
even like
here in
games
front of my
anymore,
big
so he
TV.
only because he
That's,
literally
to me,
only
how-
plays
how
games there.
Really high-end games
He
are meant
doesn't
to
give a
be,
shit about games anymore.
enjoy. Now, many people disagree with me. Some people think it's to be cramped in front of a bunch of computer monitors.
Yeah, that's how he got
And
Gal
some people
grade.
think it's to play it on
Only
a
iced
handheld. I
Kit
disagree.
Kat.
For me,
That's a good
ultimate
point.
gaming enjoyment comes when you're sitting back and relaxing in an environment with great audio, great visuals, and you just can chill and play a game and enjoy it. There's just so many people who have grown up in a different generation than me who don't feel that way, but that's my feeling. So I would not want to pay $500 for a PS5 handheld. I don't care to play PS5 games in my hands. I just don't.
Come on, talk about nipples and cooch.
Okay.
Nipples and cooch.
The PS5 price jump is 10 to 20% depending on where you
Nipples
live
and
in the villain.
cooch.
We just went over.
Nipples and cooch. Nipples and cooch. Nipples and cooch. Nipples and cooch.
Thank you. Boxes, I love your shirt. Thank you. We're going to have a lot of
That's
this
a
kind of
troll.
summery shirt this week. It's warm here in Washington this week, and this is my way of cooling down and not overheating. Okay? Just so you know.
Here, can we talk about nipples and cooches? The remake
Do I
of the
think
song is
Nintendo
starting to
will
grow
raise
on me.
the price of the Switch 2 in the U.S. due to ongoing tariffs?
Let's see.
Undoubtedly.
Nipples
no,
and cooch.
Undoubtedly, 100%. The price is going to be higher unless these tariffs get fixed, like dropped.
Didn't they already
Switch
get dropped
2
for
will
like
not
90
be
days?
$450 in the US. It's going to be, and my guess is 600.
I mean, it was
My
a
guess
pause,
is they're
I
going to
think,
go for
but
600 because they think that's what they can get away with. They can actually charge the same as PlayStation 5 Pro. Now, it's nowhere near as good of a console. I bet they will charge $600. Anything
bet.
above that will be laughable. And even though, yes, the initial pre-orders will sell, longevity will flop. Like, for example, the first wave will sell, and then once you get to Christmas, no one will want it.
bets it'll be
for over
$600.
$600. That's the same.
pretty cool. He got the number from himself.
Paige says, I paid $500 for an Asus ROG.
Actually, he got 600 from being a businessman that runs his own business and who completely understands how tariffs work, because after he went on a long rant about tariffs, he said, hey, I have a business degree, but actually I don't even know what tariffs are. I don't know how they work. Anyways, the Switch 2 is going to be $600 at least. So there you go.
Ally Z1 Extreme. It can't even run my favorite games. I'm very disappointed. I think the Switch Lite is the best console. It actually is portable and cheap.
The
How much
Switch
is the
Lite.
Switch Lite? Just curious.
Get
I know
out
it's
of
the one
here. The
that's
Switch
smaller
Lite's the best
downscale model,
console.
right? But if it's meant to be purely
Get
handheld,
out of
it
my
doesn't
fucking
dock,
face.
It's probably cheap, right?
You can't even play Mario Jamboree on it.
Joel says, to be fair, PlayStation has a solid library of first-party games that I'll be getting when I get a PS6 later. I don't care how much it costs. Excuse me. Woo. Mark Simillion says, you're underestimating the Switch 2's power. I played one and I thought you should know. Yeah, but Mark Simillion, no one... Okay.
Time to get lectured by a guy
No one
that's
is
never
saying
played
Switch
it.
2 is weak. People are saying Switch 2 is not a PS5 or PS5 Pro. Yet, if they're charging the price of a PS5 or PS5 Pro, that's a problem, is it not? I would argue that except for Pokemon, which is a really stupid exception in my opinion, all the first-party games on Nintendo consoles run insanely well, especially for what's in them. Like, take a look at, in 2017, right? We were getting insanely great games on the Switch that ran beautifully, even though it was way underpowered compared to its competitors. So I'm not saying that the games will all run like shit, but
This kitchen is
for
new,
example,
right?
I think the third-party games are not going to run very well. Because what incentive do one of these third-party companies have to really
Unless I
massively
just
port their
completely
game,
missed it.
especially when their game's already been out for
Because-
so long? Like, do you really think it's a big deal for CD Projekt Red to get Cyberpunk running at insanely good quality on the Switch too? To them, they're gonna get some sales out of this, but there's not. This isn't like the second wave of launch of their game. You know what I mean? I think that it will be very good for all the first party stuff.
Where are all the
but
girls, dude? Why
overall,
can't go in
it's
the
gonna be
rooms?
like it's always with Nintendo. It's some things will be great and some things will not be so good. You know. Happy 38th birthday, Final Fighter. Hope you had a great day yesterday.
I don't know where my room is.
Let's see here. I received a $3 tip. Someone says, I use my Steam Deck as my main console. It uses my PC with a 5080 and a i9 to play the games. I have a really good Scuff Pro controller I use with it. No subscriptions, PC lobbies, and it made my PS5 obsolete. I don't use my PS5 for a year, and I got rid of it.
Yeah, the console price isn't bad
like-
for Frosty Beats.
If it weren't for some games being only on PS5, like, for example,
I was guessing it would be around 400.
Elden Ring Night Raid, right? Like, that's PlayStation only. I wouldn't ever be using my PlayStation. PC gaming is definitively better than console gaming, but it's an issue of setup, ease of use, right? For me, the reason that I always had consoles over PC was the cost and ease of use. Okay?
Where the fuck are the
Take a
nipples
look
and the
at
cooch?
all the technological things that have been going on with me since I adopted full PC gaming last year, and then, of course, capturing and streaming on this new PC in January.
Are you having dreams
Like
about
every other
old
day we have
guys
something
with
that
huge
happens.
noses?
Oops, I can't stream. Got to restart my PC. Oops, that screwed up my mic. Oops, the camera's turning off. What is the issue? And it took us 2 months to figure out it was USB cables, right?
Oh
So, I
my
mean,
god, it
PC
took us
stuff,
2
there's just
months.
so many
It took you
moving
2
parts and
months.
Factors, but at the same time,
Sounds like
it's
something you could have
definitely
figured out
better
right away.
experience, and I get it. I mean, I had a PS5. I'm not using my Pro. It just sits there, gathers dust. Why would I even boot the thing, right? You played Mario Kart World at 120 frames per second, and it was glorious, as Mark's a Million. Is that confirmed that Mario Kart World will be running at 120 frames docked? If so,
There's
that's
no
amazing. I
way.
can't wait to play it at 120
If so,
frames.
that's sick.
You guys will see it at 60, but that's dope. Like, I'm really excited
That's
for that.
dope.
But I hope I can get a Switch 2. At this rate, I don't know if I'll get it or not. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
okay.
Like,
Somebody's gonna donate to you. Shut the
It's
fuck up. You
not
got 2 Switches
certain.
donated to you.
that I'm going to get it, which kind of
こちら
sucks.
作戦室だ。アキヒコか。どうした？
I received a generous tip of $20 from Ian, who says,
There we go.
Sony did make a smaller, more cost-effective version of PS5 with the Slim, but they didn't pass those savings on to the consumer. Exactly. That's what I said. I said, you notice they did make the Model 2 a PS5, but the prices haven't did. This is like the first time that's ever happened, and it's because Sony doesn't feel like they have competitors, so why would they make it discounted for you? They don't think that they need to be competitive. And in reality, I don't think they do. I really don't think that they have to. I think that they're kind of on the right track here. I'm not saying that that's pro-consumer, that's how I want it. I wish that it would be pro-consumer, but yeah, they don't need to be giving you guys or me any
I heard about that,
discounts
Carl.
because they're the top dog. when it
I
comes
was
to
out
consoles.
before that happened. That's so gay. No offense to homosexuals.
I don't know, NJZ. I don't pay attention. He says, did you know they added dynamic themes to PS5? I don't boot my PS5. So,
You heard that so he complained about the themes.
did I do the pre-order steps using
He
Switch
spent
1?
like
What do you
15
mean,
minutes
Kate?
complaining about the
I don't know what
themes,
that
and then somebody tells him actually they have dynamic themes, and then he says no, I don't boot up my PS5, so he just leaves it on. First of all, he just leaves it on, and second of all, what's he bitching about? But also, he just leaves it on. He never turns it off. Same thing with his PC. He never turns off his PC. No wonder that room gets so hot. He probably closes his door because of Jasper Kitty. So he keeps the door closed. His PS5 is on. His PC is... He has 2 PCs on. The window's probably closed. No fucking wonder that room is like 80 degrees when he gets in there. Even when it's like 60 degrees outside.
The only thing that I was able to do is on the day that they announced it, within like a few minutes of it being announced, I logged into my Nintendo account and I signed up for the buy the console through Nintendo deal, which you qualify for if number one, you have a year
I
of
don't
Switch
understand
Online,
why he
which I
doesn't.
do.
Yeah, that's why
Number
things
two,
break. He was just saying that he had trouble with his OBS earlier. And it's so obvious to me that the reason he had trouble was because he doesn't turn off his PC because it said there were like too many instances running.
Over 50 hours of gameplay on your Switch, which I do. And number three, and this is the big question mark, if you have data sharing enabled. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I ever enabled
He was jerking off Sony to
so I don't know
not
if I
jerk off
qualify for it.
Nintendo.
I signed up for it.
He
but I
hates
don't know if
Nintendo
I'm
so
going
much,
to
dude.
get it. Because I don't know if I had the data sharing.
Never seen
I don't even
anyone
know
hate
where that
anyone
is
as
on the
much
console.
as
I might
this
have
dude
disabled
hates
it at one point.
Nintendo.
I might have left it enabled. I don't know.
He's like the
So,
Adolf Hitler of
I likely am
Nintendo.
not going to get it, to be honest. But I guess we'll see. I just feel like it's going to be a free-for-all where one morning out of nowhere, it's going to be like, oh, by the way, pre-orders are now live in the U.S. And everyone's going to be like, what? And not expect it. It's going to be completely
What?
random who gets them and who doesn't.
Yes, Carl.
No, my Switch isn't even hooked up currently, so I can't even check. My Switch is unhooked downstairs, so.
Well, at least I do.
It's not on your console, it's in account settings on the website. Oh, yeah? But it doesn't matter. The data sharing had to have been on previously, not now. So if it's off now, you're fucked. Yeah, it had to have been on because what they were saying is the data sharing is how they could figure out if you played 50 hours or whatever.
Oh, she's giving me the Glock? Give me that Glocky girl. Oh, no, it's a sword. That's kind of lame. I want a Glock with the extended dick on it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying what I hear in rap songs, honestly.
Oh, yeah, so that's another interesting point that no one really has talked about too much. So they are offering, if you didn't know, in Japan only.
Oh, no,
they're
here it
offering
goes.
A Japanese
Right
only
before
Switch 2.
Right before the good
meaning
part of the
it
game.
doesn't work in English.
Time to put down the
It only runs
controller.
on Japanese, but it's a significant discount compared to the version of Switch 2 that will have the English. So if you're in Japan and you speak
This music's kind of good, though, for this, huh?
Japanese, you can get the console for a big discount. Everyone else worldwide
Because,
has
yes,
to pay
exactly. It's because the yen fucking sucks right now. And if they made it just cheaper in Japan, then people are gonna scalp it. So to stop people from scalping it, it's in Japan only, or
money and
Japanese
premium
only.
to have the version that has your language in it. But if you're Japanese, you get a big saving.
Hey, big up, Psycho.
And just talking
Appreciate
about
you
this,
stopping by.
the other day, there's a good reason for it. Japanese think
It has nothing to do with economics. It has nothing to do with the yen. It has to do with that the Japanese think they're better than everyone. Unlike Americans, I have never heard... Have you ever heard of something called, like, American exceptionalism or something? Americans do not have a sociological term for thinking they're better than other people. And thinking that they themselves are exceptional. It's only the Japanese.
that they are number one. And
Also, Sony is Japanese. Yeah.
all others are number 2 or lower. It's known. It's in their culture. So to them, hey, we're the makers of it.
What about all the American first stuff going on? Fuck every other country, and you know, America only. Is that not a similar thing? Just putting America first before any other country?
We're manufacturing this thing. We don't need English. So therefore, we'll
Exactly,
make it cheaper
John
for
Cena.
us. If anyone else wants it, great. That's fine, but you're going to pay more because we're Japanese. and we
Rent and
say so.
exceptionalism. Because we're Japanese and we say so. It is so funny to be saying that right now.
How they operate over there. I find it shocking because people just don't get this. They
Maybe him talking with Beardson has rubbed off on him.
don't get that this is how the world is, that not everyone
Oh
in the
my
world is
God.
the same as you.
Yeah, nipples and cooch. Let's go.
Cultures are different all around the world. There's places in this planet that's, as crazy as this sounds, they make women dress from head to toe in clothing and cover their entire bodies.
What the fuck does that have to do about the price of a game console? What are we talking about? Also, that sounds like something Phil would love. Phil hates when women in video games have a little cleavage. Or if their butt cheek is visible.
It can't. How dare you be seen? A piece of your body be seen in public? That's completely against our culture.
That sounds like, yeah, that sounds great to
Us,
Phil.
we're like, what? In America, you're lucky if you have a woman walking outside with anything covering her nipples and her cooch.
You do? Oh, look at that face he's making right there. I don't think I've ever seen a cooch out in public.
But in other cultures, it's like, you know, the antithesis.
I don't think I've ever seen nipples out in public unless it was a dude.
The world is different. Outside of where you live in this little isolated.
Listen, there's lots of people that would be very happy if they went outside and there's just cooch and nipples just free balling out there for everyone to see. But we do not live in that world. There are no nipples. There's no cooch. Just out and about.
You know, bubble chamber that you live in, and you think that everything, tunnel vision is like how you like it. It's not. The Japanese are very different. They think differently.
Yeah, he's never been
here
outside.
In the United States, you know? So to them, they're like, haha, fuck you. We get the best of everything. We're going to get the better version. It's cheaper. We don't care that you want it cheaper. We don't give a fuck about you. We get the best. You get the leftovers.
This sounds like this sounds like something you could apply to Americans. It's infuriating, dude. So it's also okay to take care of your country first, but Phil's making it seem like it's like some Japanese thing that's just embedded in their culture while being from America.
Right. Well, I guess we should end the show, shouldn't we? I think we should end the show, and let's enjoy each other's company as we play Blue
That's
Prince
horrible.
today.
Only Ice Kit
I'm
Cat.
excited for it. The game is
what
new,
idols?
Right? It's unique and different. I love a game that's a breath of fresh air and is something different.
I need to block them.
So let's end the show, and tomorrow talk all about how things went, right? So thank you guys so very much for an awesome edition of the Level 1 podcast, okay? Thank you for watching. And tomorrow we'll talk about how Blueprints went, how far we got in Pirate Yakuza, any other game news going down, and anything else. All right, guys? Thank you so very much. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Now, that was horrible. That was boring. That was a boardroom meeting. And I honestly, I wish I wasn't alive. Just being honest. We're at a very good part in the game. But I'm going to save him for next time. We'll start with this next time. Because this part's very good. Okay, well, I'm going to go bed in like an hour or something. So I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for everyone who is here. Let me see. We have Only Ice Kick Out, Excalibur, Carl, Aiko, Intrusive Style Popcard, Emily, big ups. John Cena, big ups. Eviga, Carl, I think I already said you. Frosty Beats, checkmate. Bob, oh, what's up, Bob? I don't know if I said hi to you. I probably did. You've been here for a while, I think. All right, cool. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I will be back in the next couple of days. And we will watch the next pre-stream, I guess, and consider not being alive anymore, I guess. All right. Have a good night. Where are we going? I don't think anybody's live right now. Are they? Oh, Raw Phil's live. Is he? No. I don't got anybody live right now, dude. All right. All right. Have a good night.